Shut your mouth, or I'll kick your teeth down your throat and I'll shut it for you.
I believe in the monsters which lay beneath my bed and cradle sheets all the time. I believe reptiles run society. I make money from volunteer all the time. And I believe the moon is made of cheese, and I'm a celebrity in due time. But I don't believe that I've ever seen you say a single sentence that's worthy of my attention. Please shut your mouth. You've never said a word that someone's really heard. Yeah, shut your mouth. Everyone around just wants you to back down. You think that it's all okay to say the things that are on your brain? Well, I think not.
shrooms and all my bitterness just seemed passe. Because I realized as soon as I said it, how long would it take to swim from Jones Beach to Indonesia? Maybe you're waiting on a call from me. And maybe you're working at a crowded restaurant, and you're the one who's got a life so fucked up you don't know what happened. Just like you saw me working at some restaurant in Paris, 'cause my life was just so fucked up, and I don't know how it happened.
Good evening, 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 good evening. How is everyone doing? See, I told you I'd be doing more streams now. I'm back. Avatar's a little bit high there. I'll just drop him down. Had to move him since the Lego thing yesterday. Guys, I'm really excited for tonight. I'm super excited. We're going to talk to Potentially Criminal. I don't know if people know who Potentially Criminal is, but Potentially Criminal has been around for ages. He is somebody who's sort of well known within LawTube, well known within sort of like legal analysis of more of the, should we say, I guess edgier side of the politics side. Like he was well known as contact with Rakita, and I think a particular person Nick felt very stabbed by when that drama happened. But like I've seen bits and pieces of him for ages, and it should be really interesting to hear from him. I wanted to sort of get a rundown because like 2025 going into 2026 really has been a hell of a time for legal stories in the like YouTube world, and I'm really interested to hear his opinions because he's actually read a lot of the cases. He's been keeping up the Destiny stuff. He's kept up with Rakita. He talked about Rakita's parole violation, as well as I want to hear his opinion on some of the Ethan Klein stuff, as well as like how that's developed. And there's a couple of other things knocking around that are pretty interesting as well. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Also, there's a new gifting thing. I see somebody gave a gift. I don't know what these things are. I don't understand it. Then YouTube was like, would you want to turn gifts on? And I was like, sure. So does it even tell me who gave a gift? I saw like, was it White Girl who gave a gift? Thank you if you did. I don't know what the fuck they are. But please enjoy. There's something about RuPaul's or something. I don't fucking, I literally don't know what the fuck is. Fuck it does. So that's Brian gave a gift. I don't know what these things are. I see them like just randomly pop up. They're jewels. I don't know. They gave them to me for free. Fuck. Okay. Well, we can use those now. They're a whole thing that you can press and put in chat. I have literally no idea. Great night with the 5. Crab Man is late. Gray, I'm not. I'm here. I'm here right now. I mean, if anything, I'm early. We're talking to Sean at like 8. So we've got like 20 minutes. It's the YouTube version of Bits. Oh, fuck. I shouldn't have turned that on. That might have been a mistake. I can't even really see them in chat. I don't know what the fuck they're for. Okay. Guys, okay. The reason I started a bit early, other than to give you like sort of like an idea of what we're doing when he comes on, I will probably just do either super chats in bunches or I'll do them at the end. I'll decide when he gets on. Depends on the conversation. Crabmen are never late. They arrive when they're needed. This is true. This is true. Do I have this set up properly? Yeah, I do. I'm boiling. Okay, hopefully my mic sounds better, by the way, because I've turned my AC off, so I'm even warmer and more fucked, but hopefully it's not going to interfere with my sound mixing shit. I don't know. I don't know. But I want to talk about this first. Now, I posted this. Back to catching up with the Lego drama live in 5. I just posted this last night. Simple, like, tweet it out. I'm going to be live in a bit. You still sound like shit. Fuck. Okay, well, I tried. Yes, you finally fixed it. Okay, well, that's just... dude, I don't... Oh, my God. Have I watched The Amazing Digital Circus? Yes, I have. I have watched the final episode. I have indeed. Okay, guys. Who's getting sued tonight? I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Thank you for the 2, Ray. Okay, so I posted this last night, going live, going to cover some things, and then I was inundated by bots. And listen, I don't mind. I think this shit is really funny. What's particularly funny is the fact that none of this makes any sense. This is the weirdest shit I've ever had thrown at me. Grabman, you said 7:30 EST. It's 8:45 basically. What are you on? What, Grey Knight with 5? Wait, really? Did the clocks change? It's not, is it? No, 7. Did I fuck up my times completely? Okay, I might have fucked up my times completely. I swear I didn't. Okay, listen. It's warm. Yes, you did. Okay, cool. Well, I fucked this. Anyway. Fuck it. Okay. So. It's not my fault I'm in the UK, okay? Anyway. It's okay, forgive me. I hope potentially Criminal does, because I've definitely given him the wrong time. Anyway, regardless, I'm sure you can see the stream start time. Anyway. Fuck, I got inundated with bots. This will be good background noise for my study on the Holy Spirit. Didn't enjoy Just a Girl. Thank you for the 5. Thank you for the 5. Okay, so I got inundated with bots. Apparently there is a bot war going on. And this has been happening like all day. And the most confusing thing is these things can't seem to make up their mind of whose side I am actually on. I'm getting everything from, it's funny watching Aiden play victim after he spent months dragging everyone from Destiny's food shops. The mask is off. It's not a good look. Kelotonics and Starbase had a whole network of harassment. Now that it's exposed, all they have is excuses and blocked accounts. Really thought nobody would notice the pattern of harassment is only fun when they're the one holding the bat, huh? I don't know who Officer Nasty is. I've got no idea who the fuck I've got no idea who the fuck these people are. The energy shift from Doomer Media is insane. 1 minute you're bullying, the next you're begging for mercy. Pick a struggle. This is like, so I just posted a screenshot of this. And then just got a load more of the bot replies. Like, it's wild seeing Doomer Media play innocent after everything that's come out about those minor chats. What the fuck is going on? Is this the Destiny response to this shit? Grey Knight with the 5. Daylight has triggered, yet this is why you use a hammer time, you goober. God damn it. Yeah, I suppose it is like nearly 9, isn't it? I completely fucked this up. Okay, listen, I'm not good on Sundays. We've learned that. And to be fair, it's been a while since I completely fucked my timings up. I tried to find Officer Naughty, no luck. Dude, this shit, like, what's the point of it? All those people are snark left people. Like, yeah, I'm assuming this is all, like, directed towards, like, the Aiden Queeman, Just Ilk crowd. I just don't know why, like, I'm being tweeted at about it. I don't understand where this fucking came from. Einut is getting mentioned in here. I literally just don't get it. Again with news, I vanquished the evil boss, ORT, in Fate Grand Order. Congratulations! I hope the stream helped. Come and see, your mic is peaking. Lower it a bit, either in your audio interface or something like that. How is it peaking? That is actually fucking wild. It shouldn't be. I don't know what has happened to my settings that it keeps doing this to me. Because it sounds mostly fine when I listen back to it. It should be fine. It should be fine. You'd think it would be fine. But apparently not. Not on Sundays. Isn't it Monday where you are? Okay, listen, don't get nitpicky. Check your OBS. Yeah, no, my OBS is like, nothing's changed since last stream. It's like barely peaking. To be fair, I think it's basically just turned Monday for Beckett. Yeah, it has. It has. Yes, technically it's Monday. The audio file's just being sensitive. Do I need a new mic? I've had this one for like 2 years. Maybe I need a new mic. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the issue. Shouldn't do. Should be fine. It should be alright. Because when I set all this stuff, it worked fine. It'll be okay. Okay, anyway. I think one of the strangest things about this was, where was it? This one just caught my eye earlier before I went live. Aiden pretending he has a moral high ground while he is chilling in these grooming servers with Rena B-Splain, don't know who that is laughable. His whole beef with Cope and Seed is just deflection. So this is one of the bot accounts. And then another bot account is Beckett Cope and Seed claims to have standards, but he's friends with Lio Convoy and lied about Aiden for clout. That's not standards, that's desperation. Which side is even tweeting at me? Because I'm getting anti-Aiden bots and pro-Aiden bots. Why? Who the fuck is, like, running these bot accounts? And can you, like, program them better? I'm not even sure what you're fucking mad about. I literally don't understand why I'm getting this shit. Because, like, Rena is for... Wait, that's Rena from the Op Block drama? Who the fuck is programming these things? I mean, what's the point of them? I'm just confused. These AI bots aren't working well? About dead commentary theory? Yeah, this is fucking absurd. This is absolutely fucking absurd. Dude. Oh, fuck. Oh, dude. Okay. So yes, this has been my major thing today of looking at this shit. Okay. let me message Fancy Criminal. It's now cool. Bit. I can't believe I had a British moment. So what are these? Okay, do people like the bits things? Did the bit things work? Grey Knight with the 5. I did hear it peaking the other day, but I don't have exactly audiophile headphones. I got headphones from a fucking power tool company, dude. That seems to have helped. I don't know what it is. They're trying to help you make money, Crabman. I literally don't understand what the bots. Yeah, I don't. They've been tweeting at other people. They're like doing it on like Admiral Gibbs. Admiral Gibbs. Does anyone remember Admiral Gibbs from the Twitch poll days? Admiral Gibbs commented on this. He was like, "Why have I got like 1,000 bot accounts talking to me? Who are you people? Who are you talking about?" I don't think you even know who Aiden is. Bots have taken over, but they got like no engagement, so it doesn't really matter. Just weird. Yeah, I mean, again, I've got like I'm not bothered by it. I just think it's very funny. I mean, this is genuinely hilarious. It's literally using bot accounts on Glove Shadows about dramas that they're not even really involved in. Okay. Potentially Criminal got back to me. He was like, "Yeah, sure, I figured you fucked it up." The audio is probably Windows sound control panel settings not being set. Wait, there's a Windows sound control panel setting? Mara, I might be the only person who recognizes Admiral Gibbs. I mean, it almost sounds like a threat, doesn't it? Dude. Okay, well, hopefully, I don't know, do I need to start listening back to my streams? If I ever listen back to them, they seem okay. Except for the first part of the Star Giant one, that one's fucking bad. I wonder if the person behind it is dumb enough to pay for the bot accounts. That's kind of my question. Funny thing is, some people are freaking out about the bots and trying to figure out who controls them, and it's kind of hilarious when they do that. Yeah, I literally don't see the point. I mean, who gives a shit about this? This is just funny. Beckett at Cope and Seed, there's a snake, plain and simple. He has no problem lying about Aiden until Einat exposed him on stream, and now he's scrambling. What the fuck are you talking about? Cope and Seed has zero principle and lied about Aiden to make himself look good. Then he runs to Lio Convoy for validation. Pathetic. Beckett from Copecast. There's a snake, plain simple. He has no problem lying about it until Einat exposed him. Got exposed hard by Apple Einat. The actual. Oh, there was another person they mentioned. It was like Ogre Boy. Where's this one? Yeah. Copecast, there's no standards. He threw Aiden on the bus, lied about everything, and now he's best friends with Lio Convoy. Ogre Boy 6 stream proved he's a snake. I have literally no fucking idea who this is. Like none. Zero. Who the fuck is this person? Did they stream about me? Is this how I'm hearing about it? What the fuck is going on? Glub Shadow, was that a Star Wars reference? I think Glub Shadow is... It's something... The first time I heard it was from Chud. Yeah, who the fuck, right? Who the fuck is this? It's Patrick Starr coming home with everyone under his rock. Who are you people? Only it's people assuming you're tweeting about different drama. I mean, it makes literally no fucking sense. I don't know what the hell they're picking up or why they're here. Literally don't get it. Dude, Beckett has zero principles. He lied about Aiden to save his own skin, and now he's trying to play victim of snakes through and through. One of them was literally like, Beckett has lied about Aiden. Beckett lied about Aiden and became friends with him for clout, and then lied about him and distanced him. I'm like, am I defending Aiden? Am I on Aiden's side? What are you talking about? Hello, I'm late. What's going on? Also, hi, Crabman. Hi, Transnack. How you doing? Thank you for the 2. They are Hutch Snarker and Snark Leftist. I mean, is this all the same bot group, or is there just like a bot war between 2 different people? Because I was getting bots from I guess I'm trying to say which side it is without like trying to accuse anybody, because it's not like an accusation. But like I got a load of bots telling me to like debate Aiden. So I was like, oh, okay, there's like bots involved. But now I'm getting like anti-Aiden bots as well. Like, it's what the fuck? You have alerted the horde ass replies. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, it's really being directed at pretty much anybody from what I can tell. Like, as I say, Harmful Opinion had him, which I just thought was fucking ridiculous. So yeah, that's what I've been laughing at all day. Now, the person we're going to be talking to is this guy, potentially criminal. So he's been around for ages. He's pretty good. He's done some like really interesting coverage on Destiny over like his particular lawsuits. So Destiny versus Pixie, we've got like a whole playlist of stuff. And I was watching some of this the other day, a little while ago before I reached out to him, and I watched like he did an April update. I think like part of the reason I really want to talk to him particularly about this is I can't make heads or tails of who's winning in this court case. I literally can't tell, because both sides keep going, oh, this is it, this is the moment, Destiny's fucked, or Pixie's team is fucked up, or this is like the end, or like people are going to prison because of child porn. I don't know. I've got literally no fucking idea. So I'm hoping he can like actually explain to me who's winning and whether any of it matters. Racer Fred with the 5. Glub Shitto is a Star Wars meme about background characters with insane amounts of lore. Star Wars fans when Glub Shitto is in the next film thing. Ah, okay, that makes sense. I think the bots have no flag, honestly, and just stir the pot for fun of the Overlord AI. That would be even better if that was true. I hope that's the case. That is funny. I've got no issues with bot accounts. I think if you want to pay for bot accounts to go and fucking tweet at me, do it. No, it's funny. Carthonic with the 5. Glub Shadow started as a Tumblr meme making fun of Star Wars characters. The more you know. The more you know. True. Thank you for the 5. Grey Knight with the 5. It actually might be funnier that it could be potentially upwards of 4 because they're all about different dramas. I mean, this is like I'd say this is one of the things that's really like backfired on everybody about the like clipping servers and everything, because now everyone is using the tactics that they see like the opposition using. They're just like fully indulging themselves in this bullshit, and it's really fucking like, it's just become like meaningless noise. It's become actually meaningless noise, bro. I don't give a fuck. My favorite Star Wars character is one of the Stabber McBad guy ones. Based. Should ask Grok to determine who's going to win the court case based on the assessed output of all the bot posts? Dude, that'd be funny. Okay, we're gonna call potentially in like 5 minutes. If you'd like stickers, someone give me a 5, and I'll give you some stickers, because I think it's going to be one of those where you don't get stickers during the stream. I think we're just going to talk, and I'll do all super chats at the end. It's going to be one of those. My guess is someone is paying to try and test the no brother wars thing. I don't know, it's crazy. It is utter fucking nonsense. It is utter fucking nonsense. I don't know hate for it though. I got no hate for it though. It should be I don't know who wins. I don't know who wins. I have heard a take. I won't say who gave me this take, but I have heard a take that the war is essentially over. I mean, if Destiny's just prepared to like say people's full names on stream, like what are you meant to do against that? And I think that's true. I think that's a fair take. The other problem is, hey, Benjamin with the 5 Club Shadow is the best Star Wars character, and anyone who says otherwise is a fake Star Wars fan. You can ask Gary. Thank you very much, Benjamin. Much appreciated. Please enjoy these stickers. Please enjoy these stickers. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You've smashed that goal. I'm very impressed. A 5, Transnight with a 5. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are the fucking best as always. Just to go, my favorite Star Wars character is Kit Fisto. I love that smiling making fish guy. Thank you. Dude, that's awesome. Okay. Stickers. Maybe at end. Okay, we'll do that. Thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's fucking awesome. Okay. Yeah, the only other thing I think I'll say basically about the mess of this Destiny stuff is like it's sort of hit a point where I'm not sure where anyone goes from here, because on the other side as well, I saw Wick tweeting at Kilo, where apparently Hassan read out all the names of the PV people and like their full address details. I don't know what the case is with this. This is like, I'm purely getting this through implication, but like, bro, the Destiny space, like for those of you who remember what Sector was like, it has literally just turned into 2018 Sector. Everyone's just doxing each other. It's just fucking endless. Pretty sure my favorite characters are no longer canon because they have from some of the older books. Dude, I like Old Republic stuff. I like Old Republic stuff. Give me fucking stickers, you glorious crab man. Thank you, Grey Knight with the 5. Oh, Brian with the 5. Did you see my message about Reckless Ben? Maybe? If you DM'd me, I probably did. I might have done. I may have not. We're gonna do we got a couple of things on the dockets people have sent me that's interesting. Yeah, I'll give me an extra sticker. You know, have an extra sticker before we get started. There we go. Thank you guys. Much appreciated, much appreciated, much appreciated. Will be nice. You guys are being very generous already tonight. Okay. I'm gonna give potentially criminal a call. Let's do it that way. We'll take this off for a second and I'll give him a bell. Let's see who picks up. This actually wants to work for me. We shall see. Hello. Ooh, I can't hear you. Wait a second. Give Discord a second.
Hold on, you can hear me now, right?
Oh, I can hear you now. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Sorry. Discord always says it's like keep forgetting to switch off the different settings, so.
No, you're all good. You're all good. I built a new PC recently, and I have basically spent my entire time trying to get my OBS and everything else back to actually working conditions. Which has been barely working. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just get you up on screen. I might be able to sort out a camera for myself if that is important to you. But because yeah, I've been trying to deal with a million different things. Hello, welcome in. It's really good of you to join us. Would you like to give a quick introduction of yourself?
Yeah, so my name's Sean, if someone's potentially criminal. I'm an attorney. I'm licensed in Ohio. I just moved to Florida, so right now I'm kind of like in between things. Waiting to take the Florida bar exam. But run the channel, potentially criminal. We cover all kinds of legal stuff. Like to cover. I hear myself through my weird. I thought I heard myself through like TV speakers. We kind of cover everything. Like this week we just did Tyler Robinson. He's a guy. If you don't believe the conspiracy theories, if you believe the Israeli cover-up is accused of murdering Charlie Kirk. And then we try to cover other stuff that happen along the way. Certainly, obviously, all the Trump stuff has been a boon for legal issues and legal analysis, and then like to cover like the lolcow stuff every once in a while because that's fun and it kind of breaks up the seriousness of life because you can only cover so many murders or really nasty stuff, and instead the lolcow stuff makes it a little more lighthearted. So
Yeah, I mean, you've been around
that's really
for
it for me.
ages, right? Because like you were, I think the first time I became aware of you was maybe the Rittenhouse case.
No, actually, I started. Um, I was actually for the longest time. I kept seeing people do stuff, and I'm like, I could totally fucking do this. And it was around the Rittenhouse time, and my fiance, when she kept on telling me like, well, then fucking do it. Quit talking about it. And we got to around Rittenhouse, and I was kind of just starting things, but I hadn't really covered a case or done anything really until the beginning of 2022. Kyle Rittenhouse was the end of 2021. So I came in right at the beginning of 2022, basically. And it's weird to say that because that's been almost 4.5 years now at this point. It's weird to think about it that way. It really is.
Yeah. I mean,
because it feels like everything that's happened to me just happened last week.
Yeah, I can definitely see that being the case. Give me 2 seconds, just let me fiddle with my camera a sec.
Sure.
And it's see if that works.
You don't have to. I can go back to an avatar too if that makes you feel better. I don't want to show you up by being on camera.
There we go. It's easy when someone else is on camera to actually kind of join them. I feel rude otherwise.
Yeah.
But yes, yeah. So I mean, because you've got a fair amount of involvement in the, should we say, the farm sphere? Is that fair? You're fairly well known because of the Rakita connection.
Kind of, but I mean, I'd always been. I know about the farm for a long time, and I always lurked there for a long time, and had read through it. So, it's something I kind of was already known of, and I kind of known about this, like Mr. Medicare and the blood sports a little bit before I got involved in doing this. So it's been really an interesting ride, I guess, more or less, running into all the people you have watched before, and people know who you are. Like Jim Medicare knows who I am. He knows me as the fat guy Nick Nakata yelled at. Or like Destiny, he thinks I'm a penny lawyer. It's so cool because the you're like, I almost want to call my mom, be like, Ma, Destiny knows who I am.
So I will admit I had this. So my video is in Destiny's lawsuit. And I was like, this is just fucking bizarre. Like, what, like, how did, it is kind of weird when you get those crossovers.
Great heights. It is. You're like, you're being cited as, the Titans are talking about you on Olympus. You're like, wow. You're like, then you realize, oh my God, this is really not as cool as I thought it would be.
Yeah, I think like you get that surreal moment of talking to, like, because I probably started about 4 years ago, and I lurked for a long time, and then you get those like early conversations with people, and you're like, oh, they're just people, and then I think the weirdest point for me was when somebody messaged me and I got in a call with them. It's about drama, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's so cool to talk to you." I've watched you on these things. I was like, "Wait, what? Fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah,
just a random glove shitto.
Yeah, no, it's such a weird, because now it's happened. You're like, oh my God, that was kind of cool, and now you're just like, yeah, it happens. And you're just like, yeah, it's no big deal. You may like you get kind of normalized to it, and everybody else like, oh my God, it's so cool, and you're like, not exactly what you think it is. It's not all it's cracked up to be.
No. So I mean, from the perspective of the cases you've looked at, there are a couple I want to talk about tonight, but I would say, and I didn't really think about this until we were messaging, but like, I've spoken to MLS a few times. I get on really well with him, and I've, got an interest in the LawTube side, but this probably has been one of the most insane, like, shall we say, 12-month to 18-month periods for legal stuff online I think I've ever seen. Because like usually there's been like court cases or things. You've had the like Sargon or versus Aquila stuff over the years, but this is like court case after court case after court case after court case of just legal drama over and over.
Oh, I mean, there's times where it seems like, yeah, it's just a never-ending drumbeat, but I mean, like, it's nothing's ever gonna be probably Kyle Rittenhouse, and I
Mhm.
don't think anything's ever gonna beat Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. So, I mean, in ways, yes, it's just the tempo, the operational tempo of all of this. Yes, it's never, it's always picking up. There's always more and more to cover. There are more and more, local news outlets are covering their own little. They realize, oh wow, this is like something we've got on our hands here. Where people tell me, hey, have you ever heard about the Bob Boberson murder out in the middle of Idaho? And I'm like, I have no idea the hell you're talking about. But you read about it, you're like, holy cow, that is pretty cool. So I think it's just more and more, and there are more and more people doing it. So I mean, in a way, it feels like it, but I guess just we don't have the big things as much anymore.
Yeah. I
And
mean, Rittenhouse was massive. I mean, that's what sort of
so in a way it is, but it's also in
yeah.
a way not.
Yeah, I suppose it's an interesting time where like because I've been covering a lot of the bricks and minifig stuff, and it's like that's gone from stolen Legos kind of goofy story to courtroom drama. This guy's getting sued, and there's also federal crimes and a load of accusations there. And it's also really hard to make heads or tails of because because of the way it's presented in sort of fragments through different podcasts that Ben's on and his own videos, the timelines are a bit all over the place. So I mean, have I think you've gone over some of the bricks and minifigs legal stuff as well yourself, haven't you?
Yeah, I've not seen the most recent video that Ben released, the number 3. I know that was like the big nuke that was kind of sitting off to the side. But I will say, I think it's interesting. The judge in that case at the state level who put the gag order out there on him was the same judge in the Tyler Robinson case that we just got done dealing
Oh,
with. It's actually
interesting.
kind of interesting in that regard. But as I said before, I think the bricks and minifigs people, they are evil, they're awful. But I think there's so much that doesn't add up here all around that I have my, I don't know if you've seen me when I talked with David about it. I have my own misgivings about even the Mansells. Why is this guy like, oh, don't let my dad know? Oh no. It's like it's like in the Sandlot. Did he take his baseball and accidentally go play with it? Like, did he not tell him?
Yeah,
What happened here? I mean, did the Gormans take stuff and run off? I mean, it sounds like everybody's screwing everybody over.
Yeah, I got really
uncommon.
I mean, I got really annoyed at Ben's new video because like there's a point where he's talking about like the CEO going into the police station to give statements and identify him in pictures. And then he's like, yeah, but why did he need to do this? Because the police have already watched my video. They've already seen everything. And I'm like, okay, but I've got the date cam for when this has happened for the police officers for the like interrogation room. And it's March. The interaction you had with the CEO is in like late February, like early February, maybe January at best. Ben's video doesn't come out till May, and I'm like, but you're lying or obfuscating to your audience, and I'm like, I'm with him that like BAM is like corrupt. I think there's something really weird going on there with that company. But when you're now dealing with a story where it's about legal cases, it's about the truth and the substance, you obfuscating stuff for entertainment is ultimately damaging the story because those little problems are the things that are going to get picked up. And if BAM's lawyers are smart, they're going to pick it up in court for a defamation suit.
I think they have to be careful though, because at the end of the day, they're going to have to explain. Oh, we didn't do this, we did that. I mean, their biggest. Them going into this, they just need to cut their losses. They write these guys a check and move on. They've already mentioned now repeatedly. They do the whole Simpsons thing, where the aliens found the space dust on the cookbook, and we found these documents after 2.5 years of like, oh, we found the promised things we were looking for this whole time, and whoa, buddy, here we go. Now we can fix it. It's like, yeah, isn't that convenient how you just found it? Like,
Yeah.
it's not the first time companies tried to hose over a guy. I mean, it's like an insurance company. They don't make money by paying out. They make money by screwing you over.
Yeah, I mean, my theory is that there's something more going on here. I think that Bricks and Minifigs, like just the fact that they're moving stuff around stores, the way they're franchisee, I think that their fear is that if they pay out the 200 grand, I think they're like, well, are we going to get audited? I think they're fear, and this is just almost a gut feeling. I think they're worried about like a wider investigation into their business, which would cost them a lot more than 200 grand. I think there's something shady going on.
Well, I don't think it's that. I think it's simply they run a cutthroat franchising business. It's, because they're very much like McDonald's. McDonald's in the franchise business. They don't sell cheeseburgers. They sell real estate, and they lease real estate because the land is owned by McDonald's. That's what they make money on, and they make these franchise agreements. And it's funny because people are now learning. Wow, in America at least, I don't know how it is in Britain, but in America, when you like franchise restaurants and things like that, they are cutthroat. And like in the minute you don't uphold the agreement, you're gone. They take everything and you hit the bricks and you don't have a dime. Maybe you get some money later. But no, it's ruthless. And then for these Bricks and Minifigs, that's the real hustle. I don't think it was really more nefarious than that. It's just some guy comes up to them and is trying to babble them about it, and they thought, because 999 times out of 1,000 or even out of 1,000,000, this guy comes up to them and says it, and they say, fuck off, we're not paying you. You know what happens? He goes, well, and he stomps his feet and he goes and talks to a lawyer, and the lawyer's gonna be like, you guys did all this shit in the back of a napkin. There ain't a whole lot we can do. And, are you, and that lawyer's gonna say, fine, I'll do it, but you need to give me $15,000 up front to get started. And they don't do that, and that's where it ends. So no, most of the time they would have walked away with just extra stuff to sell and make some money. I think it's just their idea of they could say, well, we'll do whatever we want and nobody's going to stop us. And most of the time they're correct.
Yeah.
I'd
agree with you.
It just didn't pay out this time.
Yeah, I think that's fair, and I mean it'll be interesting to see how that plays out for them. But ultimately, the reputational damage to the business is just, I think, kind of unrecoverable. I don't know how you pull back from this. This is devastating.
Yeah, I don't know how you get past it at this point because your model has been destroyed. Maybe a couple years from now. But I mean, the other problem is, though, I think these guys kind of forgot, like, my brothers in Christ, you sell little Lego people. Like, you're not, this is like, you're reselling things to Redditors, basically.
Yeah.
This is not going to last forever. You are not going to be do you guys have Toys R Us in Britain?
We used to.
Toys R Us is.
Yeah,
okay.
We used to before they got gutted by a hedge fund.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you guys aren't Toys R Us. You guys aren't lasting a decade. You guys aren't lasting forever. This is all millennial Reddit soy slop. And it's not going to last forever. Like, this, you guys should have just rode out the wave. 10 years from now, people are going to be like, what? Where did they go? There's no way this company survives.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's also retail and everything.
They think they're going to be like, well, we're going to be the next Titans of something. No, you're not. You're riding a wave. This is it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So, I mean, okay. So,
when you see a guy who waxes his mustache like that and everything, you're like, that tells you what you need to know. I mean, he's doing it unironically in 2026.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like, I mean, he's literally a mustache twirling villain. It's kind of crazy that he exists.
But he's also the guy, he like, and nowadays he would like, he's like, everything has to be bacon this, bacon that, and it's like the hit button, receive bacon, and he buys like the canned bacon, and He's like every meme since 2010. It's like, buddy, come on.
Yeah. I mean, it's
I just it's so easy to clock him for that.
the results of millennial nostalgia really have been brutal for an entire generation.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, it is.
So speaking of nostalgia, can we talk about Nick? How open are you to talking about Nick? I suppose it's probably a good starting point because
I guess you can talk about it, and I'll tell you what I feel like telling you.
That's fair. That's fair.
More or less in that regard.
So I mean, when the Nick stuff happened, like when Rikita got arrested and was going downhill, and he'd been going downhill for a while. Like my understanding of the timeline of this is he basically had just lost his lawsuit against forgotten his name. Is it Monty something?
Montegraph, yeah.
Montegraph,
yeah. He hadn't lost it yet, but he had tried to appeal some issue that honestly he came like this close to winning, and I thought it was going to come down to the wire. He lost the appeal, and he came on that night and was just blasted out of his mind.
Yeah. I mean
I remember.
Yeah, it was an insane stream, and Metica was in chat, and it was very odd.
I was in
I mean,
oh yeah.
When you saw this sort of crumbling, because you were on good terms with Nick at the time. Like, what was your feeling or response? Was this
not at that point? Oh no, but that
really?
Point, by that point, no, I was not. Oh yeah, no, because previous to that, I mean, I had, Nick had sit there and hollered at me for like the better part of an hour. If you go back into like November of 2023, and that's where like he gets mad at Null and the Farms, and I had to sit there and be the person he screams and yells at because Josh and the Farms weren't there to yell at, and
I didn't realize he'd fallen out with the Farms already.
Oh yeah, he had. Well, it's very typical of if and this is where Nick has repeatedly more than once to me in messages was like and has said wait till they don't like you and they turn on you, and it's like if I do everything you do, I hope they fucking turn on me.
Yeah, it's one of those if I become that person, bully me. Like fuck.
Yeah, if I get it's like I'm not like then great, I've earned it.
Yeah.
But no, he was by that point we were pretty much done. I mean, like by November when he started hollering at me, I was like, I ain't got time for this shit. Like if you watch that thing, you can see my glasses are flashing a little bit, and I'm just like, I'm reading the Farms thread as it's going, and I'm just like, and he's going, and I'm just like, and that's honestly what I was doing. I didn't have time for it, and I'm the lovely future Mrs. Murray 2.0 is out there, and I'm texting her while it's going on, and I'm just like, it's like I ain't got time for this shit. But no, before that we had already kind of been on the outs, and there were a couple times where by that point I was really heavily in the A-logging thing, and at first I was like I had made some jokes and I apologized for them, but then like things just got out of control, and then I leaned into it further, and and I at that point I was like, the way he's acting, I'm like, I'm just gonna keep going with this. I was like it's actually fun, and like it's is what it is at that point. So that but when he got arrested, I was actually surprised that was going to happen, but that's just a good example.
I think everyone was.
Don't record your crimes. Your crimes, guys.
What do you feel like caused this to happen to him? Because he did go from sort of Christian, like perfect family man, multiple kids, loving wife, generational wealth, biggest kind of legal person on YouTube, to reviewing a Baldo and crashing out horrifically and heavy drinking. So, what do you sort of attribute that to as somebody who knew him?
I don't know because I didn't know Nick well enough to know everything like that. But it sounds like a guy who just got the ability to do whatever the hell he wanted, so he just went buck wild. I mean, that's the best thing I could come up with. Is just he got to go. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. It's like that's not how that works. And I know more than multiple people were checking on him. Like, man, are you okay? What's going on? Nope, I'm great. It's like this is great, I guess, but I I think we see this now more too, and from having dealt with clients and people with dependency issues, you're kind of that person already that it reveals you to be. They don't turn you into that person. Like that person was lurking under the surface. It wasn't, the drugs don't turn you into a nasty person, or the drinking doesn't turn you into, like, I have a client, he beats his wife all the time when he drinks. It's like the drinking didn't turn you into a wife beater. You're already a wife beater. It's just, the drinking brought it out. Like, it made it very easy to happen. So for Nick, it's, he's been this person. He's always been this person, more or less. It seemed, and from what we can tell and looking back on it, it seems to be the case, at least from what I could see.
So with the aftermath of that, because like Nick sort of, I don't know if I'd say made a comeback of any kind, but he's now tweeting again. He's making content again. So is it, like, I know that he had a parole violation because I saw you cover a little bit of that. Is he sort of straight and narrow now? Would you say is it the end of his legal troubles? I'm no idea what's happened with Aaron from Steel Toe Cap either.
Oh, okay. So I mean, with Nick, it sounds like Nick missed a drug test or two. It's not really clear. The problem is also Nick is not a reliable narrator. We don't really know fully about what happened. But he missed a test or two, and they gave him a sanction of having to come on a different schedule of drug tests. So he's not out of the woods yet. I mean, certainly if he can tap dance his way out of this, probably for at least another year and a half, I bet he'll probably be done and out of the woods and get the case dismissed. But that's, a year to 18 months he's got to deal with stuff. Maybe it's shorter. I don't know. I don't know the full inner workings of his court case, but that's really for him. He's just got to stay out of trouble and, test clean and then not get in trouble with any more stupid stuff. That doesn't mean like traffic tickets. That means like he can't get caught. Like God forbid he were to get a DUI. That would be really bad. Or if he got caught, getting a disorderly conduct or something like that. He can't get any like crimes is what I'm trying to argue there.
Yeah.
And for Aaron, Aaron is his biggest enemy. It doesn't help that that Nick and all the dabblers watch him like a hawk. But yeah, Aaron's looking good. I mean, Aaron says he's almost done. The problem is you have to trust Aaron at his word for it too. So I would think that they're looking to get rid of Aaron and terminate his probation sooner rather than later. He says it could be up this month or soon.
What was he actually charged for? Was it along the same lines as Nick?
No, he didn't get charged the same thing as Nick. What he ended up getting charged with is at one point, and this is where, when I say this, I'm going to get all the dabblers be like, that's not true! Aaron and April, the husband and wife.
Yeah. And
then you had Nick and Kayla.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they went together like this, and they formed the cover, or whatever they want to call themselves. And, Nick claims he was like, the Don Juan of this, and he was fucking both bitches left and right. Okay. And then, but, Aaron tries to claim, well, it was me and Kayla. And, going the other way. And Nick is like, that totally never happened. No, it was only me. It's a very big thing for Nick, a point of contention that whether or not Aaron had sex with his wife. So at some point, Kayla was over at Aaron's house, from what we think happened, because there's a clip at some point of Aaron going and having his phone while Aaron's doing his show, and somebody's off screen, and Aaron goes, "Oh wow," and he goes, "Click," and it's like he's engaging with the person. Presumably that was a nude of Kayla, and at some point he talked to one of his Aaron's friends, a guy named Gino Bisconti, and he said, "Hey man, check out your, let me send this to you." And he's sitting there, boop 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 boop, and Gino picks up a phone and goes, "Whoa!" And Aaron goes, "Your boy didn't do too bad, did he?" Well, and that kicked off the unlawful dissemination of intimate images, which is it falls under revenge porn.
Yeah.
Obviously, Aaron wasn't doing it in the sense of like Ethan Ralph revenge
Yeah,
porn.
yeah, it's not like
it all gets
malicious
lumped under the same
revenge
thing.
kind of shit. It's but it's the same. It's the
Yeah.
same bracket. My confusion
Kind of
is
like Destiny.
if he's getting charged with that, how can Rakita deny that he slept with his wife? Surely if he's got nudes,
I mean,
of his wife, the implication is that she was around his house and they were fucking.
Well, Nick claims it was an unconsensual image.
Yeah, she was just standing in his living room naked accidentally. Okay.
Yeah, he like held her down. It's like, I'm taking this picture. It's all but for Nick, it's cope. He has to tell stories because if he says like, "Oh, my wife flipped her tits out for Aaron and he got to take a picture and they were all happy about it," it damages him because whether or not what we believe happened is a big deal. Nick will lose his mind if he has to admit like, "Oh my God, Aaron was piping Kayla and apparently she enjoyed it." Because Aaron's the bad man, Aaron's the loser. Nick is Chadley McChatterson the third, the Chadliest Chad to ever walk the earth. And if Aaron did something that Nick couldn't do, well, that Nick loses all his izyat, as the Indians might call it, and he'll be just mortally wounded from that. So that's the big issue there. And he claims it was like a non-consensual image. And it was like, it was so bad for her, and it ruined her reputation. Not the fact that she was doing cocaine, got indicted for a felony, basically turned their house into a refugee camp that was so nasty that the kids had to be taken out of it and everything. No, none of that ruined their image in the community. It was Aaron showing a naked picture to some goober in New York City that nobody else ever saw. That is apparently what hurt Kayla's reputation and damaged her mortally.
I mean, I found it interesting that he didn't even really speak about quartering or Jeremy or anything else. He seems to have tried to both stay... Like, I see his tweets every now and again, and they seem to be talking like...
Are you talking about Nick?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, well, okay, yeah. Well, I was going to say, if you're talking about Aaron, it's like, well, that's the thing. For Nick, I think he's obviously like not like, there's always an emergency or something he's working on. So who really knows? And honestly, if he's working on getting better and things are happening in his life and he's trying to, get his family back on track, God bless. I hope that's the case. I want him to do better. I want him to succeed. I want him to actually live like a happy and healthy life. I don't think he's doing that. I mean, I still think, it sounds like he's frying his brain still half the time with like whippets and whatever, the way he talks. But he doesn't cover stuff, and he covers, like the amount of things he's getting into fights to. It's so weird. I don't understand. Like he's tar jousting against somebody in the anti-Karen Reed universe, this Kate Peter lady.
Oh, I haven't heard this.
Oh yeah, that's like one of his, it's like, and she's fat, and it's like, buddy, like, why are you doing this? Like, what does this get? Oh, I didn't realize my camera froze, but I just don't understand what you gain out of going after these people. Like, there's so many court cases that are out there. He just is like tar jousting off on people. The one thing he did last night that was actually pretty good. It sounds like he went after, was critiquing Ian Carroll for all the bullshit with Tyler Robinson and all the different, how all the conspiracy theories kind of imploded at this hearing. But, he struggled to show that case day to day. And that's something he's had trouble with. The Karen Reed case, I think he got the whole way through it or most of the way through that one. And that was kind of surprised he actually got all the way through it. But that's, honestly, I just think for him, he doesn't like doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I
he
get
wants
that.
to be able to sit there and just talk about like he wants to talk about fucking suck and drugs and booze, and that's why he's doing that. I mean, and he's like, I got to talk about this goddamn lawyer shit.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it feels like he just became done with it, and he was like, well, there was like
yeah,
this.
and I think that's really is where he's at now.
It was, there's this weird point in the Rittenhouse trial, where he like seemed to get annoyed at the audience for telling him to stop pausing it, and there is like this element where like I've seen Nick cover things, and yeah, I agree with you. It just seems like he hates what he's become, which I think is a curse that happens to a lot of content creators,
well,
right?
during the trials, I mean, yeah, but you have to be. Yeah, but the audience getting mad during the Rittenhouse trial, I mean, I don't put too much value into like if they're bitching about this or that. I mean, I have my own people on my own channel A-log me enough, so um it's frustrating as is. But I don't know. I wouldn't get too into that if that was the ultimate issue for Nick. I don't know. Like I said, I think that's just. I think you're looking into it a little too much at that point. Is my opinion.
Well, it's one of those, when I say it like that, it's one of those things of, with content creators, because it obviously is a commentary channel, I tend to look at the people themselves, and there's a few things where it's interesting seeing how content creators react to audience feedback that's negative, especially when they're at their peak, because it's usually a good indicator of how they're going to react to audience feedback when they're at their lowest. And there definitely seems to be a thing where certain people can deal with being A-logged, whereas other people just can't, and they will crash really hard. And I do think the signs were there with Nick fairly early on that he was somebody who was going to struggle when the bad times came around.
I guess I'll kind of defer to that one to you on that regard. I understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from with that, but I'll like I said, I'll leave that one to you. I'll leave that.
No, that's fair, and it's one of those as well. Like I think that Nick potentially got it worse than most. Not worse. That's maybe the wrong way to put it. With creators especially who've kind of appealed to, shall we say, a more aggressive side of the internet for a while, they get used to being the hero and having the communities that usually hate everyone like them. And it's normally like when you've got a community like the KF that sort of turns on you the way it did. I think that's probably quite rough if you're used to those people being in your corner. So it's an interesting one with kind of his path, because I didn't even realize how much Rakita had drifted from his audience during the Rittenhouse times till I saw kind of what was happening with the court case. And the LawTube community also formed around him, so that must have been very difficult from his perspective of, well, these people aren't just my friends, they've sort of been built by me and the relationships they've had with me.
Yeah, there's a lot of that whole "I made you" kind of vibe. As of that's one of the tangents he's going on. Like, I made this. It's like you were the first guy to do it, but then a lot of people. I mean, there's people out there who do it better. Andrea Burkhardt, fucking amazing at this shit. Then there's people who even part of law too, like this guy named Josh Ritter. Guy used to be an LA County assistant district attorney. Really freaking good at it. Has great, phenomenal video presence. I do my best, and I'll be probably slumming along under 30K forever at this point. But there are people out there just absolutely fucking crushing it that didn't have to do, touch shoulders with Nick. So, I mean, it's not really. He was the first guy to do it that got some notice, but a lot of other people picked up the torch and were able to do a better mousetrap.
Yeah, being early is so important.
I've watched those people Yeah, being early is important, but staying on top of it. But he didn't want to do that. He wanted to go fucking suck and talk about the Baldo, and people are like, no, I that's not interesting to me, and that's what he wanted to do.
Yeah, it was. I mean, especially when he'd garnered largely a conservative Christian audience, it did seem an odd shift to
Yeah,
undertake.
you can be a little, but you can be an edgy boy in that stuff, and that's fine. But it's just, nobody, it's like, I don't know, like, no, but like, I don't know. It's just, he had it all. He had he did say he was right. You literally just turn on, for him, it was literally turn on the camera, talk, and it was like an ATM machine just spitting out money. And he was right in that regard. He literally had it like a model that worked, and he could have rode that forever.
Yeah,
Forever.
and it is really, and yeah, you're always gonna, like, if you don't fuck up, you'll maintain a legacy audience, who just know you from the reason they started watching you. I mean, it's quite rare that you see people make a comeback. I think the biggest comeback story I've seen is probably Warski in these spaces, with the way Kino Casino is now. And which is, I didn't think was possible, because I watched Warski back in the day, and when that fall happened, I was like, well, he's done. That's the end of it.
Trust me, watching Andy Raceworski, and now, like, I could DM him once in a while. I'm like, I'm living in weird fucking times, man. It's a weird feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess the main kind of thing that's been going on for the past over year is the Ethan Hassan Destiny stuff. And we're sort of coming to the end of the Ethan
that's
stuff.
been a little more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, surprisingly, and this is where, like, I haven't had the chance to get to it yet, but yeah, I'm gonna have to take my L on that one. I thought, Denims, once again, I don't know why you name yourself to a pair of jeans, but okay. So Denims was committing copyright infringement. I was wrong. And honestly, that is where, you take a set of facts and you come to a conclusion based on what's out there, and you'll get it right or get it wrong. And so people have said, well, why don't you hedge your bets on it? Because I've had people ask me that, and I'm like, because then you sound like Philip DeFranco. And, like, I don't, like, he's not compelling. It's fucking boring. Like, well, it could be either thing. What do you think? Like, no, if there's enough there, you can go into it, and I think you should make a educated conclusion, an educated guess. Just, once again, I don't think doing it that, just doing the, well, it could go either way.
I mean,
But no,
I was very much on the side that that Ethan was gonna lose, right from the off. And the thing I cited was the Sargon of Akkad Kilo Obviously case, from years ago. I was like, there is, like, the level of transformation here from a court case perspective. I think Denims will be fine, and I fought with many people over this. And I mean, I dislike the Hassan side immensely, but I was like, but for me, I'm an ecosystem person, and I was like, this, we've tested the fair use stuff multiple times now, right back from the Channel Awesome days with Nostalgia Critic. I was like, I think Denims is going to be fine, and I think if Frogan had actually fought this, I think she would have won. I think the person who probably would have lost is Casey Tron, if anyone.
Well, I think the biggest thing I will say here, and I think it does show that the court never really got that far into Denims and Ethan Klein, was they just focused on all the activism Ethan Klein and his attorney put into their motions, that they were admitting she was radicalizing people. So I think that had it actually gotten far, Denims admitting, yeah, I'm doing this to fuck this guy out of money, let's do this way, probably would have carried a lot more impact going forward. But Ethan Klein, and this is something that I've said a couple times before, like in the Smash JT lawsuit versus Alyssa Mercanti, JT's attorney, Ron Coleman, he's got a great, history of doing really good attorney work, but it's really not going well in this case. And, Alyssa has a transgendered attorney, and Ron is just kind of loses his shit when he has to use the proper pronouns and everything. You don't want an attorney who's an activist.
Yeah.
Because they're an activist first and foremost. That is where, in Texas, the Antifa people who got convicted for trying to shoot up that ICE facility, they had attorneys who got caught the first day of jury selection. They were wearing provocative T-shirts and trying to put messages out there to the jury, and the judge declared a mistrial and said, we're gonna start again in 2 weeks.
Oh shit, I wasn't
Knock
aware of
this
that.
shit off. And oh yeah. So they had to redo that, and it turns into a whole. Oh god, I hate it when my fucking camera's freezing, and I don't know why.
Discord's been
Um,
terrible, terrible recently. I don't know what the fuck's
yeah,
wrong with
it's freezing on it's a bad image. So, that's great. Uh, but no, is your attorney worried about being an advocate, or are they worried about being an activist? Because if they're worried about the message, that you don't need that. You want your attorney to represent you. You want your attorney to be going in the paint for you, not for the cause.
Yeah.
I mean, will there be many times where your cause and what you need align? Sure.
Well, when I
But
read Ethan Klein's
your
lawsuit, like
examples of
original
that.
lawsuit, I was just
Mhm.
like, why the fuck are you mentioning Hitler? And it reads to me like a defamation lawsuit. And my opinion consistently has
Well, and
been
it
Ethan
went on.
Klein wanted to sue for defamation, was told by a lawyer, you will never get them on defamation, and then
Yeah.
flipped it to copyright and just reused his homework.
I mean, maybe a little bit, but I will say, and I said this from the start. Ethan Klein this was a vendetta ride for him.
Yeah.
And he's going after people the best he can. And that's all it is. And honestly, as somebody who's on the right, watching leftists have internecine strife, it's like, I'll have a Coke. I enjoy this. I enjoy them. I enjoy the Bolsheviks and Mensheviks tearing into each other. I'll watch it every day of the week. There's no, what else am I supposed to do except clap? But yeah, no, I got this one wrong, and Ethan has dismissed his other claim against Denims. They're going to appeal. Excuse me. He's going to lose the appeal. I don't see the court getting overruled, and I see this, getting basically what's considered non-presidential. It's going to say, yes, Denims is right, but nobody else can rely on the court reasoning here, because otherwise you could just sit there and kind of grunt. You could watch, I could watch Saving Private Ryan stream and just go, oh yeah, I think this is good. Or no, I disagree. I think it's kind of dumb. And then talk about it afterwards for 2 hours and be like, I transformed it. You're not going to be able to do that.
I mean,
This is going to get kind of assigned to the wastebasket, and it's going to be forgotten.
I think when it comes to internet content as well, I mean, there's a different. It feels like a different ballpark, and I know there are separate lawsuits going on actually about YouTube downloaders being targeted, because there's something there with, like, well, you're ripping the content from YouTube rather than watching it directly.
Yeah. Well, there's a bunch of stuff right now with Ethan Klein. Actually, the Noah Samson lawsuit. I breezed through that. I mean, it was all opinion. And Noah Samson, yeah, great. He was in the right on that one, not to back down. And then the last thing for Ethan Klein really is his lawsuits against Silicon Valley. I don't know if you're aware of those.
I've heard something, but I don't know the details.
He's suing like OpenAI. He's suing all the AI companies through his TEI Entertainment. And they're going after them because they're using all the information and they're using all the data and the videos to train their AI, and they're arguing that's copyright.
So similar to the Anthropic lawsuit.
Kind of. And it's very funny because he's well, have you ever seen A View to a Kill, the James Bond movie with Christopher Walken in it?
Yes, yeah.
I think it's funny because in that movie, Christopher Walken his main thing is he's going to kill off Silicon Valley by destroying it. And I think it's funny that Ethan Klein is trying to be like he's trying to be the evil villain there and destroy them. But I think that one's also going to fall apart. I haven't read all of them too much, but I just, you're taking on these companies. As much as, I want to tell you that courts don't protect interest or anything like that, there is something to be said about you're not suing Google and winning. Regardless of how good your stuff is, you're probably going to lose. And Ethan Klein's no different. It's different if you were Time Warner or Universal Studios, but you ain't them. Yeah, I will say, yeah. And what you said about Frogan and everything, I don't know if Frogan would have won. I think hers was in trouble too. I think her and I think her and
Casey Tron?
Casey Tron were
Yeah.
both toast, and yeah, I think Frogan and Casey Tron were both toast. I don't know. I don't know what Frogan's game plan was because it sounds like she's kind of just winging it.
I mean,
It really
I
doesn't
don't
make
think
any sense.
Frogan knows what her game plan was. It was just wait
Well,
and hope
that
that he
too.
drops it. I've literally got no fucking idea. I mean, my theory is actually that somewhere was like, because there was like Ethan talked about there being settlement conversations, and I wonder whether she said to Hassan or something, "Oh, Ethan wants to settle," and Hassan was like, "Don't settle. I'll just pay if you lose." Or something to that effect behind the scenes. Because
I don't think so. I think there was a lot of like Frogan trying to go, "Hey Hassan, hello, hello, hey Hassan, it's me, Frogan. Just checking back in, making sure you got my voicemail last week. I'm getting sued by Ethan Klein. Would really like your help. Thanks, bro." Click. And then, oh, hey Hassan. I don't know. It sounds like your voicemail is full. Just trying to make sure you got the last thing here. Give me a call. Bye. Click. And yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of that. I'm sure there's a lot of that right
yeah,
now.
there's yeah. I mean, it's not. It's an interesting position that everyone's in. I don't know whether you've kept up to date with what's happened with sort of the weird community war that's gone on around Destiny, around Ethan Klein's community, around Hassan, and all kind of the like smaller shitter communities there. But like,
I mean, which parts of it? Like, I mean, for Destiny's, I've been noticing just they're starting to realize he's a fucking shitbag, and there's still a bunch of them sweeping for him. But I think most of them are realizing he is a turd, at least from what I could tell.
yeah. I mean, I think it's a difficult one. We'll come on to Destiny's lawsuit as well, because so much is I think like feels like it's pinned on it. But I wonder whether in Destiny's case in particular, in Ethan and Hassan's case in particular, because this is like partly a proxy war for the Israel-Palestine stuff. So many
Oh, it
people
is.
are
It is.
like, this is our side, we have to win. And I know that Hassan is getting more involved almost in like with shitter commentary people to like help fight that war on the other side, because you've got obviously Diorio, who's seen as sort of supportive, barely supportive of Ethan to say the least, and then the people who hate Nick, and then versus you've got like the entire kind of old politics sphere there from Twitch. So yeah, it's sort of, I don't know, in that space everyone just seems to be fucking doxing each other, so it's become more tense to say the least in the last sort of 6-7 months.
Yeah. I've been looking at that, and that's one of the reasons why. Like, I am who I am. And honestly, if you're on the internet, you will get found. It's not hard. You've got more information out there than you care to deal with. At some point, you will get found and you will get, for what you are. So, I mean, there's one of the reasons why I don't try to hide who I am or do anything like that, because it just makes it a little easier. Like, yes, anonymity is a warm blanket, but also being out in the open, it's a raincoat in its own way. That I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about myself getting doxed. Here's what you look like. Here's what you've done or whatever. It's like, it's all, it's out there. Like, ta-da, like there's every once in a while, I've talked about this before. Like, I got a DUI back in 2005, back when I was a freshman in college. And somebody tried to email me. It's like, I'll tell everybody you got that. I'm like, I already got it, man. Like, I've already discussed this multiple times. Like, you got, like, good luck, or, who you are, or like your office or this. And like, okay. You don't want people fucking with you, but I think there is some advantage of, you can't be afraid of being doxxed. Like, people are going to figure out who you are, and you just have to deal with it. And it should just go with the territory. But these people are getting doxxed, like they act like they've been like fucking attacked with like a axe handle or something. It's like, get a grip. Get a grip. I think it's been hilarious to watch. I think it's been hilarious to watch the Twitch poll people just cry and fucking lose their minds. It has been nothing but fun for me to watch, honestly.
I mean, do you like how in depth
And
do
I'm
you
not
watch
saying that
that?
you should be doxxed, but
No, thank you. I
I
appreciate
watched
that.
a little bit. I watch a little bit here and there. Like, I don't support doxing, but like, if you're out here doing this, like, okay, yeah, doxing's bad, but it's also bad when the fucking like the crocodiles eat the gazelles. I don't know what to fucking tell you, man. Like, it's the cost of doing fucking business. Like, you're out in the woods, trumping around in the trumping around in the Serengeti. You might get attacked by a bunch of nasty shit out there.
Well, I think it's also, these things go in cycles. I mean, I imagine you remember what it was
Yeah.
like sort of 2018, 2019, fall of sector around Tonka and everything, where everyone was just, everyone just trying to fucking murder each other.
Yeah.
And that was
Yeah.
an incredibly, again, everyone just got fucking doxxed. And it was just like,
Yeah.
I remember a stream where I think it was Zoom describing how to find, like, hack into telephone lines. It was a really weird... It was a really weird time, and these things do seem to happen in cycles.
Yeah, but that's a thing, but more nowadays, it's about, like, OSINT.
Yeah.
I think is more of the focus for people. It's just like, you're not anonymous. You left a trail. That trail's massive. Absent you're being fucking Taylor Lorenz, you're not getting shit wiped off the internet. Voting records, driving records, all that stuff's out there. All that stuff's out there, and people will find it. You just gotta accept it. And I know somebody in chat said, like, well, I'm a nobody and I've been doxxed. Yeah, I'm just saying, though, like, that's the point. Like, if you're on the internet at all and you even partially strap on the tard armor and you go out and tard joust a little bit, you're gonna, you should, actually, I think that's even funnier. There's a good example of this. One of the guys who kind of was white knighting for Nick for Kate on the internet, his name was Grifty. I don't know if you've seen him. He's got the goofy looking weird, like, Muppet Monster emoji for PFP. He strapped up and, he strapped on his armor and hopped on a horse and hopped into battle and rode in the charge against everybody attacking Nick, and he's like, "Oh my god, how dare I fucking catch an arrow?" It's like, buddy,
what
you
think
strapped
was
on
happen?
the armor and hopped in the battle. Like, yeah, like, you're gonna catch it. Like, you don't want to get in the arrow. You don't want to catch arrows that completely stay off the battlefield.
Yeah, and there's a certain
But it
element
doesn't
of
take
it
much
of...
to get on the battlefield, and it's. But I understand for some people here, like Kangalope, saying, like, "Well, I'm a nobody." It's like, that's the problem, though. When you're perceived to be on one side or another, that's it.
You
That's
cease
all it
being a
takes.
nobody.
Just that one thing.
Yeah. And it's...
Yeah.
I think it's
mean,
also
just,
like it's
life, man.
I've thought this about, like, Gore World. When I covered them back in the day, Gore World went through a period where basically all the creators were just suing each other. And like every single one was just like, it got to a point where they were reenacting each other's courtroom cases through the transcripts. And a lot of people went, okay, well, we're not covering this because we will get sued. And it's like there comes a point with, like, that choice where you go, well, I'm just not going to talk about this thing because I will get sued, or I will get, like, docked, or I will get DMCA'd. I mean, like, I know this from experience, like, myself, like, where, like, I last year someone tried to take my channel down, and you run particular risks dealing with particular people where you're like, this is probably the outcome of me taking this action. So you just have to weigh that up as a reasonable chance and outcome.
Do you want these fucking absolute lunatics dealing with you? Coming to your house. I've people because I know some of these places, like, they'll try to contact your family and call your parents and do all these different things, or for some of you guys out there, they'll try to call where you work. I don't have to worry about that. I did have somebody try to do that once, and it's like, hold on, let me give you, yes, hi, this is the Martin Law office. who do you think runs the Martin Law office? It's like, hold on, let me put you through to the. I hung up on him, but it's like, let me put you through to the managing partner. Yes, hello, that's me also.
Yeah, I mean, you just take reasonable precautions of being like, my boss knows what I do. Like, because that's what you can do.
But we have to be careful though, because your boss generally, like, nobody outside of these worlds cares. Like, if you go talk to people about, like, oh, look, some people from the internet, like, the moment you just start saying to people from the internet, most people just don't give a fuck. They don't care what we're talking about here. They think this is all retarded and gay.
True.
And like that's the thing. And it is. This is the internet. It's all retarded and it's all gay and it's all cringe. Like, we're not solving the world's problems on here. We're not curing cancer. We're not, nobody's gonna recount the tales
Don't tell that to the
of Destiny
politics people.
Hassan fighting each other like it's fucking Xenophon recounting the Anabasis.
You can't
and the
listen.
March
You
of the
can't say that.
10,000.
This is why they had to save the quartering to help the midterms. You can't say that. Like, this is
Yeah.
obviously highly important shit that we're doing here. It's certainly not shit or drama out of boredom.
I mean, like, it's as long as you understand that, that's like the biggest thing.
Oh, yeah.
But also, I mean, like, 'cause I've warned my parents. I'm like, hey, somebody might call you, and my dad was like, oh, don't worry. He's like, don't worry. If somebody calls us, I'll be like, my dad's already told me. He's like, he's gonna be like, wait, are you the faggots my son warned me that we're gonna try to call here? Get a fucking life. Click. And like, I hope they record that phone call, because they'll be like, oh, his dad is a mean person.
Well, I mean, this was the thing, actually, funnily enough, with Nick, when they reported him to the bar and he started reading the bar reports off on stream.
Yeah.
And then a load of people were like, Nick Rakita's just doxed this. Who was it? Fucking the Keffels people, and it was Gay Fesh.
Yeah.
And they were like, Nick Rakita's doxed Gay Fesh. You reported him to the bar under your own name. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I count this as doxing. I know it's completely reasonable to fucking read it out. What are you doing?
Yeah. Well, but when they did that, when he did that, I still thought that was righteous. Like, you call down the fucking thunder. You're attacking somebody's professional career.
Yeah.
And great. You call down you don't get the fuck. You shouldn't be allowed to hide. Oh, how dare you out me for coming after you? It's like, well, then don't fucking come after people.
Yeah.
That's you don't get to hide behind that, and you shouldn't get to hide behind that. Like, it's not. That's, once again, you don't get to. You strap on your armor, you're gonna catch an arrow. If you don't want to catch arrows, go sit on the sidelines and don't walk onto the battlefield. But if you do, like, you're gonna catch arrows. Like, you have to be able to survive that and deal with it.
What's your position
And
on?
most people aren't ready for that.
Ooh, yeah, I mean, most people aren't ready for that in normal everyday life either. But, like, what's your position on suing creators for defamation? Do you think that's fair game?
I mean, if they really do defame you, sure. I mean, if somebody really does it, yes.
Because this is my position as well. I'm like, I think that, generally I view most copyright stuff online as silencing, and it's that chain effect. But when it comes to defamation and things, I'm just like, if somebody's genuinely defaming you, if somebody's like, this person is a child molesting murderer, and that's the sort of thing that's going to have real world implications for you, I'm like, yeah, sue them. I like that. That is literally what defamation cases are for.
But I think if you're on YouTube and you're a big enough content creator, this is the battlefield you fight. This is where you fight the battle.
Yeah, I think it becomes down to like size, damage, all those different elements.
Yeah, but I think ultimately this is where you have to fight.
Yeah.
I mean, you could fight in a courtroom, but as I explained to people, and I don't know if you've heard me say this before, when you go to a lawsuit, you walk into my office and you're taking a pile of money and you put it on my desk and you drop a match on it and it goes $100,000. And then we take a blanket and we take a blanket, we throw it over my desk, and then we wave a magic wand over the top of it. And the result is probably going to be there's still no money under there. It's just a pile of ash. If you're lucky, you maybe get a little bit of money back. If you're really lucky, you get some of your money back. If you get like winning the lottery lucky, you get like half or most of your money back. But that's not going to happen. So, yes, for most people going to a lawsuit, it's just you're making boat payments for your attorney. So yes, suing is generally not a good idea. It's a fool's errand, but you can do it. And I think there are times where it probably is necessary, but I would argue the real place to fight that battle is back against that person. And it's just you got to be good at fighting it. Or there's also times where you can kind of just, if you fucking ignore them most of the time and they're just flailing at you, they look like the fucking goober, and you can kind of win by not doing anything.
Yeah, it is amazing, like how much you can just get away with by going fuck it.
Regardless
I
of
don't
who
care.
you are, like, yeah, if it, well, like I think, let's say like Hassan and Ethan Klein, or Hassan and Destiny. If there's a bunch of allegations, Ethan Klein just does his fucking thing and ignores them, and Hassan just starts screaming louder and louder and louder and starts banging on the wall and smacking his head louder and louder and louder. You can win by not doing anything, but that's really hard to do. It's really hard not to turn around and start throwing punches. So I think that's the more effective way to fight if you're gonna fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree with you. I think there are really specific cases for lawsuits. But I mean, like with the Gore World stuff, I mean, it was just a waste of time and money for everyone involved. Though some of the stuff that was happening there was actually insane. Some of the accusations, some of them turned out to be fucking true.
Sure.
But I think it's one of those where it's like when it starts to bleed into your real life. The question is, I suppose, for bigger creators, if you're a massive creator and somebody's like making a defaming statement against you, how much does it actually matter? Because like for Ethan Klein, when
like
Hassan or Noah Samson,
yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, just say like Mr. Beast is, when he's doing these videos out in Africa, for every well he drills, he sacrifices 15 kids to make the well work. It's like, Mr. Beast, like, nobody's gonna fucking listen to you. Mr. Beast is gonna do his thing. He'll make his money and go on with his life. I just think, if you ignore people, it does so much. And it's kind of one of those deals where, like, when Nick Rekieta, like, tries to, like, engage with me, you just ignore him. Like, when I'm tweeting and I'm on Twitter and he jumps into something, I just ignore him and move on. It's just, if you just ignore that person and move along, they generally look like a crazy person smacking, like, and I said, the more you ignore people and they make more and more accusations, oh, well, so-and-so said you did this. Like, okay, well, if you believe them, believe them. And it's like, I think it's ridiculous, and let them keep smacking their head against the wall. And after a while, if they smack their head against the wall, they're bleeding and they look like a crazy person. It's like, that's your accuser. It's like, oh, all right, well, just keep moving. Have your Coke and ignore them.
So, I mean, moving, I guess, on to Destiny and the lawsuits. So I think the first time I saw you talk about this was on Chud Logic's stream, really early on, when they first happened. And the lawsuits, I mean, obviously, I remember them being dropped. I remember the different opinions. How do you feel? Just, I guess, it's a broad question. How do you feel like they're going? Because I don't know. I can't tell.
It's really hard. I mean, we're in a toss-up mode. It's a jump ball, but I will say, as this is, Destiny has, and I've said this throughout the case, Destiny has good attorneys. And the best way you can tell they're good is they follow the rules. And they're pretty good at following the rules. Pixie's attorneys are not the best. They fucked up in a couple ways. They scored a couple of own goals in this case. And they're making it harder and harder and harder for Pixie. Doesn't mean it's impossible, but certainly there's better things they could have done. Now, we're at a unique place with Destiny and Pixie. And they have a court hearing on the 29th of this month. And it's about whether or not whether he's going to be sanctioned for screwing around with all the discovery and hiding evidence. Which means now that their trial is kicked off the trial calendar and the case is set back a bit. So,
right.
I'd like to say this is a bad sign for Destiny, but we don't know what the judge is going to do. We don't know how the judge is going to react. But if I was Destiny, I would not be very confident right this minute. I'd be very concerned that things might not go his way.
That's interesting, because I mean, like, obviously, like, it from my perspective, it comes across as very biased. Like, I obviously, on the fact that I made the fucking video along with Sunday, I'm not a fan of Destiny or the way he behaves. Or
Really,
the
I
people
didn't
who
know that.
protect,
I didn't know
or
that.
the people who protect him. You know, fuck those people. But it's it's really hard to tell because either you get the pro Destiny side who are like, Pixie's fucked, actually she's going to prison, she's going to be murdered there, and then you get the pro Pixie side, which is Pixie's going to ruin Destiny, and after this he's going to prison for possession of child porn.
I mean, she has ruined. Well, I mean, no, none of that's going to happen in Destiny, but Destiny's ruined. I mean, this whole thing, you know, we thought Destiny might have been engaging in sexting with a minor, but instead, you know, the way that whole deposition, all that unfolded was really, really sketchy and doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm sure you followed a little bit of that with Rose. You're like, wait, like, so who actually knows what happened and when it happened? They all seem to not know. But when you're that desperate, you have to turn it into, I was catfished by one of my weird gay viewers, and I was whacking my fucking meat for one of my viewers, this, you know, solo, and he was catfishing me pretending to be Rose and all this other, like, that's not the, like, if that's what you have to do, like, joke's on you, I was masturbating for a guy, not an underage girl. It's like, wow, you showed us, buddy. You showed us. I mean, I think for Destiny, he tries to act like he's got no shame there, and he's, you know, the video of him blowing somebody. He's like, yeah, that's me. Look at me suck that cock like a champ. It's like, you know, you had all this power. You were getting to the point where people running for the DNC were coming in and kissing your ring to get your blessing. I mean, to argue that he hasn't destroyed himself. I mean, if this is what victory looks like for him, this isn't much of a victory.
Oh yeah, it's very
he's alive,
Pyrrhic.
but
It's very Pyrrhic.
He's in shambles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is great. You get to crawl out of the bunker and everything's burned down around you, and like, yeah, you're alive, but man, if this is what winning looks like, I would not want it. But I mean, compared to the alternatives, certainly it's better.
Yeah, I mean, it's a difficult one because I mean, I've known a lot of these people for years because when I first started streaming, I came into the Twitch poll scene. God only knows why I chose to do that, but I kind of watched this shit degrade over an extended period of time to where we're at. And I mean, I think one of the most bizarre parts of it is the people who are now around Destiny. Like, you've got this, like, you've had multiple drop-offs. And like his pet lawyer was Pisco, and now he's left with food shops and Wick TV and Darius. Those seem to be his only people, and Dan, and that's it. So he's got like the rich fucking redact guy, the person who calls themselves a pedophile every now and again, a weird panel host, and Darius, who I don't even know how to describe, if I'm completely honest. I mean, it's dire.
Even Connor's broken it off finally.
Yep. Counter
Even
went.
Connor's bailed.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my own opinion on Connor, but that's a different thing for a different day. But no, I mean, yeah, this is not.
Connor needs a fucking intervention. Let's just be honest. I've known Connor for years as well. Connor needs a fucking intervention.
Yeah. But no, I mean, like, honestly, like, are you winning, son? It's like, fuck. I mean, this is not winning, and yeah, like, if these are your friends, man, I don't know. But he's gonna be, you know, he's on his fortress arc. You know, he's, you know, it's funny, you know, he brought Vosh up, and then Vosh went off and did his thing, and then Vosh did his fortress arc, and Destiny's gonna be in his fortress arc. He's gonna be with the, you know, the DG Jeets, and they're going to be hanging out in their little walled off world.
Well, see, okay,
and that's going to be it for them.
Hassan and Vosh can fortress arc. Both of them can effectively fortress arc because when Vosh used to debate, his best debates were always control. I think probably Vosh's best debate is against Charlie Kirk, funnily enough. I think that's probably his most interesting conversation on Tim Pool.
I mean, Vosh may have had those things, but he also did the whole, but in Mexico they call it agua. Like, Vosh did enough retarded shit. Vosh has kind of ruined himself. And yes, if everybody turned into a co-op, man, everything would be fucking great, man.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
no,
I'm certainly not defending the guy who's given a million justifications for the lolly horse porn he looked at. You know, he used to. Yeah, okay,
Yes.
this is like a fun Vosh fact that because we did some research and it'll probably never get released in a video now. You know, he used to argue with Dick Masterson on a workout forum, like fucking years and years ago when he was like 14 or something. Vosh's internet history is fucking bizarre. He's been, and there's like super old posts of him talking about wanting to, like, how he could get fucked by the horse in Oregon Valley on like ancient image boards. So Vosh has always been like fucking weird.
Well, I'm just saying, though, like it's maybe he did. I don't think I've seen the Charlie Kirk one, but I've seen enough of his stuff that it's not been impressive. You know, especially like I said, when he's doing a professor, it's like it's called Agua. It's like,
oh yeah, I mean, I'd say the Charlie Kirk one is like his best one because it's the most interesting. But like, I mean, that's like the only Vosh debate I think I've ever seen that I've been interested in. But like, and Hassan can Fortress Arc because of the way he's positioned himself. But my point is, I don't think Destiny can. I don't think Destiny can Fortress Arc because Destiny's primary content where he becomes interesting is his debates. And having the ability to talk to, because Vosh can just talk to an audience. Hassan can sit in a chair for 12 fucking hours.
Well, he's going to be arguing with his own people.
But that is a very short lifespan. Vosh has grown. Vosh has grown since the Lolicon folder. Yeah, he has. Just numbers wise, he is much bigger than he was before. Okay. He's like, I think he's doubled in size since the horse stuff. It's actually kind of wild.
I haven't really followed him too much since then.
Yeah, he's just focused in.
I haven't really followed him too much since the short stack goblins. But no, I mean, I don't know what Destiny. I mean, it seems like even the Unfuck America people, the Z or D or whatever the hell her name is.
Oh, whatever the fuck she's on about. Yeah, that weird chick who.
Yeah, she talks like that's all that's high. It's like yes. Even she seems to be like, distancing herself. You know, Kyla's distancing herself. The Bridges thing is now something new. Like everybody's kind of writing him off, and it's like I don't know where he's gonna go after this.
Yeah, I mean, when you're this well known and it's this fucked up, I mean, like I don't know, he can occasionally appear. Because
anywhere he goes, anywhere, like I mean, yeah, but he appears on Piers Morgan because he's like the fucking goober heel person that they can like beat on and make fun of. That's why.
Yeah.
People are going to use him for that. Or anytime he shows up on a college campus, like, aren't you the guy that blew Nick Fuentes? And, you know, how you like sucking dick and you like sharing nudes of women and, you know, treating him like shit. And like, that's what's going to happen to him. Like, that's all he's good for. So he's kind of got that heel turn and all that. But no, that's why Piers Morgan's going to have him on.
Do you think if he wins the court case, it helps? Because I want to think it doesn't.
It's better than lose. I mean, help. Like he wins on the sense of because ultimately the case is not whether or not he did it, where he wins. It's I did it, but it wasn't in the timeline where the law covers it. So, you know, I share those nudes. It's just the law doesn't hold me accountable for it. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Yeah, total Destiny win. Like, yeah, that's a win. The statute of limitations is gone. It's not an exoneration of you never did this. It's just I did it and the law wasn't illegal to that level when I did it. So, yeah, I mean, a dub is always better than not, but what does that dub get you?
So,
and it doesn't uncheck the boxes.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, I from my side, I never really cared about the legal side. I was like, well, the ethics of this are fucked. Was kind of my point, and like, and
so
my main thing was like the people like, defending him who'd spent all this time talking about how evil people like Andrew Tate or Nick Fuentes or any of these other people are. I'm like, well, Destiny's done something that, you know, if anyone else did this, if Hassan or Vosh did shit like this, you'd fucking, it would be endless cycles of you trying to murder them. Yeah. But when Destiny does it, it's like, oh, poor Destiny's had his news leak. I mean, dude, he had his news leak because he leaked them. it's this really bizarre situation. I suppose from the other side now, my understanding is that the depositions of Rose and Pixie have taken place, and Destiny. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, yeah. So ultimately, what happened was when they had their last hearing at the it was in April. They had both kind of fucked around with their depositions of each other, and they had never happened. And the judge said, "Okay, look, we're done with discovery. You both in the next 10 days are sitting down. You both are going to give depositions, and that's it. You can then file your motions to dismiss, and we'll figure it out from there." And that's when that happened. Destiny, gave his deposition. They filed motions to dismiss. In the meantime, Destiny's gone on stream and admitted that he was withholding documents and information from Pixie's team. And they filed since then, like, hey, Judge, look, this motherfucker admitted that he didn't give us stuff that we asked for. Now, I think there's some problems for Pixie's team because the way it works is typically if I'm suing you, I say, okay, well, give me your documents related to X. And if you say, sorry, I don't have those, I can say, I filed what's called a motion to compel and say, Your Honor, he says he doesn't have them. We think he's full of shit. We want you to force him to turn them over. And then you have to come in and say, look, I really don't have them. I don't here's all my stuff. Check all my files. I literally don't have them. We've checked. And then from there, yes, then you could come back and say, well, then we're going to go for it. They didn't do that in this case. I don't know if that's going to protect Destiny at this point because Discovery got so jacked up and messed with. The court could sanction him by saying, well, the sanction is your motion to dismiss is done. We're now moving to trial. And I think that's probably I think we're headed to trial. I don't think he's going to one and done either side. Like nobody's getting a walk-off home run. Nobody's getting their mic drop moment here. I think he's going to force this to go to trial. And then at trial, as the lead up to trial, whatever date they set, it becomes an issue of who's going to blink first and reach out to the other side and throw out the word of settlement. Because that becomes the idea of offering a settlement becomes a bit of a strategic consideration when you're dealing in negotiations. Because, well, if Pixie goes first, you have to worry, well, are they going to see us as weak? Are they going to see us as strong? How do we go about it? On Destiny's side, if he offers first, are we going to be seen as weak or strong? And there's kind of that chicken there that's going to be played. So yeah, there's a lot to go on there, but I think the judge is going to say, Destiny, you fucked around and I'm going to punish you. We're going to trial still.
So how much stuff has actually been released? Because I think I saw a clip of Lauren De Laguna in her deposition, basically like being accused of flirting with the defense lawyer. Have these like deposition videos been released? Are they floating around?
I don't know. I don't know if they've been released. I know some transcripts have been released, and I thought that was hilarious. Where Jesse's attorney's like, "Let the record reflect. I am happily married. I do not want your advances, Miss De Laguna. No, I will not make out with you, ma'am." It's like, bro, like you can hand like everybody's gonna act like a little bit of an asshole and like chill your shit. That was a little ridiculous. It's like, no, I will not make out with you. It's like, buddy. Although it's funny because like I mentioned this before, and I don't know if you were aware, I knew of like Lauren De Laguna before this whole Destiny thing.
Yeah, I did as well.
And it was really funny. Yeah, like I knew about her when she was. Did you ever? Do you know what Chili DeCastro is?
No.
Please tell me you do.
No.
Oh, so that was somebody Lauren De Laguna was associated with way back in the day. And way back in the day, I mean like 3.5 years ago. Chili DeCastro is like this really goober, like kind of like crackpot. He claims to be a libertarian, but he's like a complete lunatic. And he's like a sovereign citizen, basically. And Lauren was like interviewing him while she was like in law school and getting ready to graduate and stuff about like his legal theories and things like that. Oh, that's when I saw Lauren and I'm just like, wow, these people are crazy. And she was a complete goober because she like actually listened to him and was like, oh wow, this sounds like good stuff. And it's like,
yeah, like
she didn't just
Lauren is a nut job. I mean, like I don't know how else to put it.
But I thought it was so funny though. I thought it's so funny when she reared her head up in this, And then
Well, she
like
was
the whole
she
Kieran
was
Reid case
seemingly
for like
really involved in the early stuff because I didn't realize how involved she was in
Mhm.
writing Pixie's statement thing that got sent to Strader Aid that I then put in my video. Because apparently that was
yeah.
her thing. And I didn't know this until
Oh, and
long after I'd released the shit, and I was like, "Wait, fucking
oh,
Lauren De Laguna!"
it's been so
Like,
cool. It's been so cool when I know about these people. Like I know about their lore outside of. I know about separate lore. So like when Turtle Boy and the whole Karen Reid thing came about, I was very anti covering the case because I knew from this Chili DeCastro guy, I had been covering him for a while and he's fucking hilarious. If you go back, like when I did some recorded videos, he would give you this, like you could download this like folded sheet of paper and all these Supreme Court cases on it, and you would wave it at the cops, and he thought it would make them go away.
right?
And he
Okay.
got into tar jousting with this. Oh, he did literally. That he thought, and he has multiple states where he has warrants now that he can't go to, including Ohio, that he doesn't return to. He runs away from. But he ended up tar jousting with Kate Peter, the same Kate Peter that Nick's tar jousting with now, and also the same Kate Peter that was involved in the Kieran Reid case on the anti-Kieran Reid side, because her and Turtle Boy never got along. And Turtle Boy, when I first learned of Turtle Boy, was like hanging out with this Chili DeCastro guy, and he hung out with her. He hung out with Turtle Boy and Chili. They were hanging out together because they both hated Kate. And then like Lauren De Laguna comes out of left field in the middle of all of this too. So it's very interesting how you get to see some of these where these people come from, and then they inject themselves into bigger situations. It's been kind of cool
Yeah, I mean, I think this was always
for
the
me at least.
thing with like.
I know, cool story, bro, but
No, I mean, like, I completely agree with you because I think this is like the case of
yeah,
like Twitch politics has these weird
yeah.
overlaps and people just kind of crawl out the fucking woodwork in random dramas years later.
Yes.
And I mean, one of the things that annoyed me particularly about the Destiny stuff when it first started was I was like, no one gives a fuck about the Destiny shit. All anyone in Twitch politics cares about is litigating their own dramas from like 2 years ago. So like I watch people crawl out, and I think like Kilotonics started fighting with Counterpoints, Mixed Vivian Wolf started fighting with Wick TV, and it was all these like little mini fucking dramas. And I mean that's true now, like with the reason Destiny's elevated Food Shops is because Food Shops has beef with Queeman and Just Oak from like 2 fucking years ago. So she's like a really good A-log to throw at them.
And the Destiny throw on the farms, like people have kind of like highlighted all these different things, and they hate each other, and I just like there's so much cattiness and drama. It makes the sector look pretty tame. Like they all fucking hate each
I
other,
don't
and
know
there's all
about
these
that.
different
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? I don't know. We've got our own like Ethan Ralph over in the old. Well, maybe actually. It's a couple
I
of
mean,
people
no, I'm just
contenders.
saying the amount of drama.
Oh,
The amount
gotcha.
of drama.
Well, I mean,
About like how
I've said the same
Destiny
thing.
hates
Yeah,
J Stock, and then
yeah.
he hates Queeman, but they were friends, and but no, I will say overall, I know that there was I watched I forget who it was. It was Andrew Wilson was on with. I think well, actually I don't think it was Andrew. It was Rob Noor, I think, at one point, or somebody over on that side of the thing, and mentioned. I forget if it was Andrew Wilson was on when he was mentioning this to people. They had said something about like they came over from Twitch politics, and they were acting like they were the baddest fucking kid on the block, and that's one of the big like you have to learn very early on the internet. You're not the baddest bitch on the block. You don't come from the most rough and tumble neighborhood. Like you think you might be hard and tough from the streets, but on the internet there is a shittier hood where there's tougher, nastier people right around the corner. And this person was on like Twitch Paul, and Andrew Wilson said to them, and it was just very quick because like everybody was signing off. He's like, bro, there is, if you've ever heard of the sector, like you think you're tough. Like that's a place where excuse me. He's like, that's if you think you're tough, man, like this is like Disneyland compared to it.
Well, I mean, it's
and I think it's very funny that it's just, pointing out like there are different parts of the world, and there's even shittier worlds in the sector.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, it's it's when you say that, it reminds me of the bathtub Ross call with Metica. At the end of it, the girl who's defending Ross, Rosie or whatever the fuck her name was, she says, "Oh, I can deal with it. I know about drama. I've been on the Drunken Peasants." And Medica's like, "You guys are fucking with 4chan and the farms. Like, it's not the Drunken Peasants. That is like rainbows and daisies. Yeah. You're fucking with like the farms and people who are actually going to come after you." And it is, that I think I've been around a long time, watching all this shit evolve over time. There is, I think you're completely right, always a worse place. But it also comes down to what you fear, right? So, like, it's like a lot of people look at, like, the commentary community and go, God, it's so toxic over there, or it's really crazy, in the same way that, I mentioned Gore World earlier. It's like everyone sues each other. So it comes down to what you fear and what you get used to. And I don't know, like when we look at.
Well, I just think it's funny because, like, in the commentary community, it's like, it's so tough. It's like if I went over there and just said the N-word on one of their streams, they like, it's like the
I
Joker.
think commentary is more chilled than Twitch.
Say the N-word one time, and
yeah, I think commentary is more chilled than Twitch.
Like if you just came out there and said no, I'm just saying you could say like the N-word out there, and they'd be like, they would all just melt down over that, and it's like,
yeah, there's definite elements, and I mean, you build your own social taboos, but I mean, even then, like we talked, we mentioned Sector, and like I watched the rise of that through the kind of skeptics and the atheist crowd, but like, then you look at what happened in IP2 for Insanity, you look at the Andy Dick stuff, and I'm like whatever's happened, it's not Andy Dick being like trapped in someone's fucking basement or basically killing himself in a camper van like later. The internet's a fucking weird place. So yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you. Do you think that Destiny has seriously harmed himself by talking about this court case on like other people's streams and kind of giving like random live updates?
I mean, Pixie's attorneys have literally cited that in their motions. Like, where he's talked about, withholding discovery, and he's had things and everything's done. Yeah. Pixie's attorneys are taking advantage of all that and writing it down and putting in motions. It's certainly not helping. If Destiny hadn't said any of this crap over the past month and a half, there wouldn't have been another motion which set a hearing date, which kicked the trial out. We may have had an answer by now. We're getting close to having an answer. So yeah, I mean, he didn't make it easier on himself.
Yeah, I kind of just, one of my understandings is if you're going through court for something, you just don't talk about it. You go, I will let the courts deal with it.
Like, shut up.
Yeah, it seems like 101.
It is, and I mean, it's even simpler. Like, I've had a couple of court cases where I got involved in a thing that David got involved in, and I was representing some parties in it, and people have routinely asked me, no comment, I have no comment, I have no comment, I have no comment. That's easy. Just go do your stuff, go do your thing in court, and then afterwards, okay, fine, whatever. But like, that's where you got to go do the talking. That's where you got to make it happen. Like, don't waste your time here trying to talk to people. Just go do your thing in court. That's always my answer. Just go do your thing there.
So you think it's going to trial?
And I see David in chat. That's why. I think at this point it probably is. If it doesn't, I'm very surprised.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that would be interesting. I mean, it would be. Hopefully, if this does, we'll get like more. And I think once
that
this
said,
is all
though,
over,
I don't think either side wants to go to trial.
Really?
That's the thing. Like, that's like I said. I think there's going to be a game of chicken about who makes the first move in trying to settle. It's
I mean, this has already costed this has already cost Destiny like $100,000 or something. I think Dan was saying.
$100,000. Oh no, it's cost them over $1 million.
Wait, really?
Over $1 million, not $100,000. Oh, I guarantee. Yes. His attorney has represented Harvey Weinstein. His attorney has represented Prince Andrew. I believe his attorneys are also in. I think they're representing David right now, the singer, who chopped up that chick with a fucking chainsaw.
I have not heard this. What the fuck is this? Wait.
Oh, David, the recording artist,
I've not heard this.
D4BD. Oh, okay. Yeah, he was dating like a fucking 13-year-old girl, and she disappeared. And when he went on tour, they towed his car. It was left somewhere, and they found her body chopped up in the trunk.
Holy shit. Okay.
And he was basically fucking her and grooming her and molesting her. She says at some point, "I'm gonna tell." He has her come over. There's like this a couple day period where he stays at home. He then is on Amazon like downloading fucking body bags and chainsaws and shit. And oh yeah,
But-
yeah,
Okay, cool. What the fuck? I've not heard this at all.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. Okay. Fuck me.
yeah. He fucking butchered this 13-year-old girl. He's fucking with a chainsaw.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that law firm's representing them, Brettler Burke or Burke Brettler. Like Destiny's hired some of the biggest guns you can hire, and Destiny himself has even said he spent well over $750,000, and that was a while ago.
So,
And I guarantee you, his attorney is well north of very expensive, and it's like probably close to $1 million now, if not over.
so this is what I don't get. Why not just settle? If you're going to end up spending this sort of money, why not just be like, listen, here's, because I think like the maximum payout Pixie would even get is like what, 150,000?
I mean, it depends because the payout for the federal court claim, yes, but there's also intentional infliction of emotional distress, all the other torts she sued for. Those could be like, okay, well now you were $10 million.
Oh.
And the juries
Okay.
can award pain and suffering, mental anguish. Yeah, on those claims, yeah, and allegedly Pixie's asking for 15 mil. But here's the thing, even if she asked for, and here's the thing, Destiny is rich by your standard and my standards.
Sure.
But in reality, he doesn't have that, ultimately. Like he's got, he's not very liquid. Let's say Pixie said, fine, I want $3 million. I don't think Destiny could afford to cut that check. And that's not saying he's poor, but it's like he would probably have to give her most of all of his shit. And it's like that's not really feasible. And he's not going to be at the same level of money he was making before, and I think he understands that.
Yeah,
So
no.
there's and I think for him, he's not going to want to settle because for him he loses face, even though he's admitted now, like he's on camera, blowing other dudes and all this shit's happened, and he's kind of like destroyed himself. I think for him, settling is a very big harm to his ego that he won't accept. So I don't think he's going to settle ever.
Yeah. And yeah, I can see that. I mean, he's been making content for a long time, but yeah, like a lot of that will be spent. YouTubers are not exactly renowned for like taking good care of their money. He's probably got a lot of stuff tied up in
even if he
physical
did,
assets.
let's say even if he did, there's only like there's only so much that it's like you own your you own your house. Like he lives in a condo, but like he owns that outright. He probably owns a car outright. He's probably got some money put away, some investments. Like he's probably got stuff like that set up. But if you liquidate all that, how much do you really think it is? Yeah, he's living comfortably. He's living free and clear in a lot of spots, but he's not. He's not making Mr. Beast money.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He's not making PewDiePie money. He's not making Dr. Disrespect money.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No.
I just don't. I don't think he can. I don't think he can settle at this point, and I don't know if he would if he could.
Do you see Destiny?
But once again, what do I know? According to him, I'm a penny lawyer.
I mean, yeah, it's very Listen, I mean, ultimately, you know more than me. And I
no, but as Destiny calls me the penny lawyer, it's like, well,
but I mean,
I know Destiny.
It's like you know more than me, but like none of us are in like the court case itself. I mean, I suppose like when all of this is over, and it's like with the Denim stuff, right? You and I have different opinions. I'm not a lawyer. I was like, I think Denim's going to clear it because of the Sargon stuff, and it's like sometimes things just come down that way, and we all have that. But I mean,
and that happens. Yeah.
What's so Destiny put out a comment recently. I think Asmongold reacted to it. I showed it last night, where Destiny's like, I think this ends with me actually like fucking up the lives of some of the people in this space, and he mentions Morale and Queeman and Just Dog. And I know I don't know if I've said this publicly. I've certainly said it privately. It's not exactly a secret that I think this, but like I can picture Destiny suing people when this is done, just vindictively. Do
I mean,
you see
maybe,
that?
but it costs a lot of money to do that. And how much money do you really have after this? Because remember, when you're suing, like you're gonna have to go convince some lawyer. I want to go fight these faggots on the. Sorry, I forgot where I'm
You're
to.
fine.
But
I
like,
don't. Yeah. You're
you're
fine.
gonna
I
have to
don't care.
fight. Okay, you got to fight. I want to sue all these faggots on the internet. You're talking like Brettler's not gonna do. Brettler's like, I got real shit to deal with, buddy. Sorry. So he's got to go find some lawyer. He's got to go find some penny lawyer that wants to do it. And it's like, okay, buddy, well, I need cash up front.
Yeah.
And you want to sue how many people? Like, no, I think Destiny said it. If I go down, I'm fucking taking everyone with me. I think Destiny's gonna just. Destiny definitely sounds like a guy who's got all kinds of blackmail. It all sounds like, these people were trading lewds and nudes and doing all kinds of fucked up shit. And I'm sure Destiny's got it all sitting there, and I'm sure he just goes, he will reign in hell if he has to. And if Destiny gets destroyed, he will release all of it. So I think that's his dead man's hand. I don't think it's lawsuits. I think he will just release all the shit out there and take everybody down.
I mean, that's an interesting perspective. Just like, yeah. I mean,
Because the other thing too is, like, you want to see like Queeman. He's in Britain, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then J Stock is he in
Canada.
America or is he Canada?
Canada.
I mean, yeah, the Canadian.
J Stalk's the one I'd worry. Like I've said this privately. I don't know if I said this publicly. I know J Stalk knows that I've said this, but like of all the people, I'd be like, Just Dog. So I'd be like, oh fuck, buddy. That's probably not looking positive for you. I'd be worried if I was him.
Yeah, but the one thing that would help him a lot is it's kind of like the idea of if Nick Nick Rekieta keeps talking about like how he's going to start suing people, and like he keeps alluding to it. And one of the things is like he might sue Aaron M. Holt, and people are thinking that's going to happen at some point. People will give Aaron M. Holt money just to fucking spite Nick. People will give J Stock money just to spite Destiny. So, I mean, like that's gonna be that's like Vietnam, or like, actually, that's gonna be like Nicaragua. Like we're like in J Stock's the Contra. Well, he probably would hate it when I phrase like this. He's the Contras and Destiny's the Sandinistas. Like, people are gonna funnel money in there just to fuck with Destiny, and like whether or not J Stock wins, which the Contras didn't, sadly. They will do that just to fucking raise hell and wreak havoc with Destiny and make him spend more money and waste more time. I mean, that's like he says he's going to do it. I don't know if Destiny, like I said,
you've said Dead Man Switch now, and I'm just like, it's kind of like the Miskiff thing, where Miskiff was like, I'm going to fucking burn all of you, and then didn't. And I know now he's got more stuff going on. I know he's got a lawsuit, and it's just been dropped against... Was it against Asman, or was it the other way around? I can't remember which. But, like...
I don't know. I haven't followed his stuff too much.
But it's like, you're probably right. Destiny probably does have a huge collection of information on basically everybody in the politics space that he can just go, fuck you with.
And that's because in this politics space in Twitch, Paul, like all these people in Destiny's orbit, he kept on having these scandals, and they all kept sticking around. Like, so it's the idea of like, oh, we never knew Destiny did. It's like, you fucking know he does it. This is what he fucking does all the fucking time, and every time you guys are just like, well, whatever, let's hang out, let's go fucking knock on some doors, or let's do the gay, like all the shit he wants to do. So they've tainted themselves pretty bad at the end of the day, like. That's why I think even everybody who kind of bailed out of his orbit now, like people like Pisco and all that, I still think they're going to have that taint of Destiny follow them around for a long time. It's kind of like me. Yeah. I've had some opportunities where the taint of Nick Rekieta, and even though like the last time I was ever on screen with him in a even slightly collegial manner was November, like right around Thanksgiving of 2023.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's almost, we're coming up on 3 years of that. And that's still that stink of all of him taints a lot of people. So, I see Destiny's taint sticking around for a while. Oh God,
I mean,
Destiny's taint sticking around for a while. That sounds bad the way it's phrased.
that's gonna get clipped. That was, yeah. I mean, I don't disagree with you, and I think it's also the case where, like, I know, like, I don't really cover politics stuff anymore. No, I haven't really for years. My viewership on politics stuff is actually the worst views I get on anything, generally speaking. But I know that people are still like, well, Beckett came from the politics space, or Beckett knows Chud or Queenman or whoever, and I know that has an impact, and I know that's like, it has those knock-on effects, and it's like anything on the internet.
Yeah.
In the same way in commentary, like having an association with like Keemstar.
Yeah, well, Chud is a great example of that. Like he kind of got his start in Destiny's orbit, and he broke free of that. But even he's conscious of like, well, because when I talk about the whole Destiny thing and like, total orbit or death, and he's like, well, I'm like, I know you're not in it, but he still had to reckon, like, he recognized, like, shit, I am, like, he recognized he's associated with that orbit still.
Oh yeah.
Even though he got free of it, it's still, you're there forever, and it's, yeah.
Yeah. People remember. People remember.
Yeah.
And I mean,
and even if they don't remember, you remember.
Yeah. Yeah. There's always someone to point it out. And it's, it is bizarre. I mean, it's been weird to watch because I kind of fled the politics space, and even when I was in politics, I sort of covered niche community shit anyway because I've always had an interest there. I blame Medica actually because it was watching things like his Deviant series or Internet Insanity that kind of got me interested in a lot of stuff that I now end up talking about.
Yeah.
But when I sort of fled over, I was like, okay, I'll come to commentary and I don't have to deal with fucking crazy leftists telling me how communism's never been tried and we just need another sort of like famine and it will be fine. And then I've sort of come over here, commentary has kind of collapsed, and now we're doing politics 2.0, Twitch poll 2.0 again, and I'm just like, I mean, we got food shops and wick fighting. I don't know why we've done this, and it's sort of like I feel like it's heading in the same direction again.
They migrated over to a land where there's more opportunity and money than on Twitch.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like there's more opportunity and money. Yeah, it is, but also because it's so niche and toxic, the Destiny drama and where it's currently at should be a fairly well talked about topic. But most people have completely ignored it. They've completely gone, this is just like almost Destiny himself has been relegated to shitter content, which is, I mean, from where he was is weird. It's a crazy fall off.
Oh, it is. But that's just the internet. She is a fickle bitch.
That is true. That is very, very true.
That's the worst part about it all.
I mean, when you first jumped on, you said, you'd been watching for a long time, different people, and then you've become a creator and you've got sort of your own reputation now.
Yeah.
How do you, like, I suppose just as a general thing, like, how does it feel like that sort of fickle mistress of the internet has treated you in the spaces you're in? Like, do you, is it what you expected from watching this from the outside?
No, because there was a lot I wasn't really understanding when I first started. Like, as I got into this, you think you understand it until you're in it, and that's the thing. Like, you think you understand how the sausage is made. You think you understand how it all goes down until you actually go through it. And that's something that's been a learning experience for me. And then, a lot of it has been, certainly I kind of look at other people and I'm like, well, why can't I get to where I am? But then you look at where you've been and you're like, well, yeah, that's going to kind of limit you. You're kind of limited on your trajectories and where you are and how things go. And also just like that is what it is. And c'est la vie, you have to accept that. But no, it's been it's very weird when you realize you're in the middle of like when lore happens and you're like, you just live through the event and you're just like, oh, that was just a crash out. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait, whoa, that was like that was actually like a big event in the history. Like you fought a little, but you survived this little battle, and it turns out, oh wait, yeah, where was that place at we were at 2 days ago? Oh, Gettysburg. And now it's like, oh wait, that's like now the most critical event of the Civil War. And you're like, oh, okay. Well, it is weird when you're seeing all this happen and you're reacting to it and living through it as it unfolds.
Yeah.
And it's a different feeling. It's a different feeling.
Yeah. I think that's probably fair.
It's hard to explain. I think you would probably agree. It's hard to explain even to people who watch it how it feels.
Yeah, I think
it's really weird. It's like going to war.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's almost like some of the stories I've been involved in. Like, we'll just take the Destiny case, where it's like ending up in the Destiny lawsuit, when I'm like, how the fuck did this happen? How did I end up at this point where something that I made had this? Because I mean, again, I think it is probably fair to say that like what Sunday and I did caused all of this. Probably would have happened anyway. To be fair, it would have happened eventually. But you know, you cast a stone, and then you're like, oh, okay, that it causes an avalanche, and it is weird. But yeah, it is. It's difficult. Like I think some of the weirdest things been talking to people who I saw years ago. And I think I had some emails with Teal Deer. That was really weird. That was a really weird kind of experience. I was like, oh fuck, this is, so I used to watch and they're still alive. Or, there was when we've done different pieces on kind of various old people. Yeah, it is. It's really odd. It's really weird. But I suppose the one weird one is when you're covering something and it like breaches into the real world. I remember somebody mentioning, like, from my real life, the Mr. Beast stuff to me. And they were like, have you heard this Mr. Beast story and the dog pack stuff? And I was like, yeah. Yeah, I am aware of that. That's really weird. Why do you know about that? So shit like that, it's really weird.
Oh, there have been a couple of times where I've been in, I've run into a judge or two, and they're like, "Oh, I heard, I've seen your channel. I happen to see your channel," and I'm like, "Fuck, what video did you watch?" Because a couple times it's been, I didn't know your politics were like that, bro, and it was kind of like fist bump, and I'm like, and they're like, but I, they think I'm very, I'm like, Judge, I don't know what you mean. He's like, I thought you were very left wing based on how you act in court and the way you argue for your clients. And I was like, oh, well, I guess thank you. I guess he's like, I was very kind of caught off guard with that. And he says, I think that's a good thing that I can't tell what you're like, how you are, and it's like, and I was wrong about that. I was like, okay, well, that's kind of neat. But I've also run into people like, I've seen your channel, and I'm like, and I could tell from them they're not impressed, and I'm like.
Yeah.
And but yeah, well, especially with the trial stuff. There was one where the judge said, like, if anybody here following, it was me and the prosecutor and the judge, we were sitting there having a discussion, and he's like, oh, by the way, have you guys been watching the Karen Reed thing? And I'm like, yes, Judge, I've been watching that, like, on a nightly basis. And he's like, he's just articulating all the reasons why he didn't think it was gonna work. And I'm like, I said, Judge, there's a couple other things you need to consider. Boom, 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 boom. And he's like, how do you know about that? And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, okay, I watched the first trial. I know about all this stuff, and it's interesting when the real world, starts dipping their toes.
Yeah, like bleeding through. Like I had this with I was sat having drinks with a colleague, and he was like, oh, well, he's into music. He's like, oh, I don't really watch YouTube, but I used to watch this guy called Brad Taste. Do you know who Brad Taste is? And I was like, let me tell you about Brad Taste. And it was when all the domestic abuse stuff was happening.
Yeah.
And it was like, it is really interesting to see those like intersections. Yeah. I mean, this has been really, really fun. And it's been nice to be get caught up and actually chat to you. Is there anything anything, I guess, somebody said, Smoggin said, Sean, what the fuck are you doing here? Also, happy birthday, bro. I don't know whether that's...
It's not my birthday.
Okay.
It's not my birthday. It's not my birthday for another month. actually.
I've seen a couple of
So,
people in
no.
chat being like, "Oh,
And,
fuck, Shazam, that's kind of cool." That's nice. It's nice to know I've got some audience
Yeah,
crossover
so-
with you already.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I'm surprised to see some of the names here that I'm seeing. So, but it's always a neat thing.
I have a very varied
And guys,
audience.
if you were wondering, yeah, well, that's good. It's good to have
Yeah.
varied audience. For those of my chat who are here, we are going to be finishing up this bad boy tonight. So, we'll be over on the model channel doing that. So, I finally got all the little tree branches to work and dry, so I can put them on.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
That's awesome. Yeah, we've got a few people in the community who do different modeling things. I do like Gundam kits. A lot of the time.
I've also gotten into I got into bolt action, which is like the 28 28 millimeter mini.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the World War II based stuff, so it's neat. Unlike Games Workshop, where like they're doing new editions of shit and like they basically wear out, like everything you did before is no longer valid, and they make you buy new stuff. They can't do that with World War II because it's not like a new season of World War II is coming out with like super Nazis. It's like, no, we're just gonna make more kits of this or kits of that, and it's neat because nothing goes bad. That's the neat part about it. So I don't have to worry about Games Workshop fucking me over.
Yeah, I mean, I like 40K, but I tend to just read books in the media these days.
Yeah. And I've got some like that said though, I probably will do some painting and stuff with them coming up, because you can paint with all the different colors, and you can make stuff cool and vibrant. Because like, while this stuff is neat, I mean, you're kind of limited what you get to do.
I'm impressed
and like,
that you're able to do
there's so much
camouflage like that. How are you painting camouflage like that? That's really good.
Oh, well, this is okay camouflage. I kind of freehanded this, but it's not. So it's camouflage, but I also did a lot of chipping on it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like the red primer coat underneath that like is bleeding through. But this isn't even like an actual paint way they would have done it.
You need to fuck with Dave, and like he's got Lego Lore Libations. You need to do that with them. Bring people on to do model kits. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, well, I thought about that one time, but he'd probably throw me off. But yeah, guys, we will be working on this a little bit tonight, so we'll start up a model stream in a little while.
I've really enjoyed this. I should probably go and chat for a little bit, but it would be cool to do something like this again when more legal stuff happens. And it's really great. I really appreciate you coming on and chatting for a couple of hours.
Of course, I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it.
That's great.
No, do not use code COPE with Dragon's Treasure. What man would proudly go in and type COPE? I'm coping. I'm proudly coping. No, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that to yourself.
Always.
I'm just saying. Kings don't cope.
Yeah, true. We seethe. So it's much more effective. Right, I'll leave it to it, and I'll let you go. Thank you so much, Lord, and I'll chat to you soon.
All right.
Thanks, buddy.
See you guys.
Peace.
See you, chat.
Bye. Right, that was awesome. That was great. That was pretty good. I didn't know how that would go. It's always difficult when it's the first conversation you've had with somebody. You're like, how's this gonna play out? This is awesome. Big shout out to MLS for actually being like, just go and contact Sean. We'll talk to you, and we'll be good. I've got a couple of super chats and things to read. From Metal Man, member for 18 months at Coping. Hopefully you can avoid stupid for the next month. God fucking willing. Benjamin with the 5. One of the best things that Scanta did after the fact was telling Pippa she couldn't be interviewed by Nick Rakita, rare Fishman win. Wait, really? Did that happen? I wasn't aware of that. That is actually pretty good. He was out with the 2. Nick's jealousy of his black friend ruined him. Also true. That was the Baldo thing, wasn't it? Smorgan, member for 2 months. Sean, what the fuck are you doing here? Also, happy birthday, bro. Based. Rocky, member for 22 months. Glad to catch a stream. Nice surprise to see your guest. I started watching him because of Kino Casino. Yeah, Base, like, we got, like, loads of, like, really interesting overlap whenever I bring somebody on. It's really nice. But that one was, like, yeah, that was genuinely really cool. Dude, Beckett, every time you live stream, does it always go on until sometime around 11 p.m? Not always, but quite often. Yeah, this one was late. Sean wanted to do a bit later. I was going to go live at about 6, and also I fucked up the times on my end as well. I fucked them by like an hour. All right, this has been awesome. This has been awesome, guys. Has everyone had fun? Has everyone had fun? And what? Video. Just heads up. What is this one? Okay. Like someone just fucking. Fuck is this? Let's see if this works. Chasington, if you really want to make a video on Black Griffin, talk to Cope and see if who the fuck are you? Interesting. Interesting. I heard apparently like Bonk is crashing out. I saw someone in chat say something. Hold on, let's have a look. Let's see. That's not how you spell that. See what the fuck's going on. Yes, I love this stream. Good. Based. I'm glad. I hope people enjoyed. I had a fun night with this. This was good. This was worth going live for. Absolutely. What the fuck is this? What's going on? People can validate anything in their heads, no matter how insane it is. You're claiming I'm using scare tactics. I already showed off everything. There's no threats and no tactics. Maddie asked to talk. They didn't want to do it publicly. I deserved, after everything they've done, to have that conversation, but all I did in return was say that. There is no threats, but everyone keeps shouting scare tactics now like I was threatening blackmail. I didn't threaten anyone. What the fuck is going on? What's this? Doodles Jin, Miss Manny Moo, Barjar Griffin, and Ravenstar are all people who have done more to help Black Griffin than anyone. I'm a little offended by that, despite knowing he should be stopped. I know it doesn't matter that what I say is right. Maybe it never will, but I am their victim. Bro, listen, I'm off the hook. I'm no longer the largest Black Griffin defender. Holy shit. Cool talk. I like Sean. Hey, Shamu, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I like Sean as well. For those who don't know, who haven't been keeping up with Shamu, by the way, Shamu's like streaming pretty regularly now, and it all seems really fucking good. So dude, like, check out, like, if you need like daytime streams, Shamu does them, and they are good. They're funny. They've got like a really nice, like a bit of an old school sector vibe to them as well. I don't know if Shamu's gonna get annoyed at me saying that, but like they remind me a bit of watching Mikey streams as well. They're good. They're good. They're worth watching. That Chaz guy gives me bad vibes. He tries roping in quite into the nut shit after Nicandros dropped the video on the Patreon. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. Who's Shamu? Shamu's in chat. He's does a lot of research stuff. Did a load of stuff on Tech Tone. It's a good lad. All these people are celebrated spreading grotesque lies about me and treat it like a game. All 4 of these people pretend to want to fight for good things, but are always more invested in petty witch hunts, even when it helps genuine monsters. Both Jin and Maddie have joined in with my doxer to badmouth me directly to my family while pretending they're any better. Wait, what? What is this accusation? Dude, no, it's fine, thanks. That's good. No, I like, you know, I like guilty pleasure streams at the moment. Barja has lied repeatedly about me and how our friendship ended, seemingly for clout. For those who don't remember, Barjar Griffin is the person who phoned the police so that Bonk didn't kill himself. Like, Barja was like, yeah, I phoned the police to make sure Bonk doesn't throw himself off a bridge. So I don't know why Barjar's getting shit. What do they do? Shamu also code Thorpes, and he's been very cool to interact with. Yeah, Shamu's chill. Barjar's lie repeats about me and our friendship ended. Raven is flat out racist and undermines all attempts at stopping Black Griffin by not caring about what he's done and being louder and angrier over me than anyone else in a document that isn't about me. What is going on? And I'm going to prove that each one of these people needs to be stopped if Black Griffin is going to be. The section is about, dude, oh my god, it just goes on and on. How long is this? What the fuck? I thought it would be like 3 tweets. It's like a fucking essay. What is going on? What is happening? It's amazing. Oh my god. The section is about Doodle Gins and Miss Maddie Moo. While these DMs are between myself and Jin, Maddie is related. Despite both of them agreeing about everything related to Black Griffin, they repeatedly parried his defenders and even befriended them. I mean, Doodle's Jin fucking hates me. I don't know what you're talking about. Maddie's chill with me, that is true. But like, Maddie's chill with me, but still disagrees on the Black Griffin stuff. She'll be like, Maddie will turn up in my comment section to argue about Black Griffin. Doodle's Jin just fucking hates me. Doodle Jin thinks like I'm fucking Satan, so I don't know where this is coming from. This isn't being reasonable and polite. That's aligning yourself with pedophile and racist apologists. Something they agree is what they are. For no real reason whatsoever. Despite how deep much depression grew thanks in no spot. Okay, my depression, that's what you're trying to say. Grew thanks in no small part to them. I still tried politely and privately tell one of them not to make insane illegal lies about me. They proceeded to react like I was just bothering them. So this is like, I've seen these before. This is like the Sonic document shit. Not in the mood. The doc is about Sonic, not about you. I just said I want to separate myself because you're gross. I still believe my friends regardless, but you along with I Love Kim Possible and Courtney Pete mess things up. Leave me alone. Don't you ever fucking do that and tell me to force to do my doc again. Basically, Doodles Gin wrote a doc. I think it was Doodles Gin. Doodles Gin wrote a document and within it called Bonker Pedophile. That's my remembering it. Holy shit. This is all in relation to one of these people that defended Griffin, Sonic Phobia, someone who's harassed and slandered both Jin and myself, along with anyone to call out Griffin, including his victims. How Jin talks here is exactly as he does. The actions are exactly the same. They also parrot Griffin defenders by pretending I hurt calling out Griffin because KP made a bad video. The reality is KP hurt Emmy with that video, and the rest of the internet joined KP in doing so, including Jin. And then Jin and Maddie did everything they could to make sure I was blamed for helping a rape victim tell her story. Oh my god, we're back here again. Holy shit, bro. It never ends. This man loops. This man, like, it's like, this is like the same thread over and over and over again. I'm pretty sure he's already fucking talked about this and already had his little freak out. Bro, this is absurd. I didn't used to believe they were like this. I used to be their friend. I'd even put together a charity stream once in order to try and save them from a financial rut. They were always red flags, but I wrote them off as I'm having trauma because they informed everyone a lot. Eventually, I had a platform to try and help Barger in a situation where I felt they were slighted. They've never felt very appreciative of my help, or like they treated the way, a friend should. But they never had many things them beside myself, and I'd soon learn why. They scolded me for trying to help and told me I was triggering their trauma. Oh my god, we're not reading all this. This is fucking ridiculous. I don't care that she posts about Griffin. That would be good. I care she spreads lies about me. Life-ruining slander. And in doing so, she helps paint a picture that all information that exists is bad because I provided it. And she then acts like it's my fault. Fando, I'm saying this in the best way I can. You're trying to take out some pretty hefty pillars holding up a horrid monument of hate. What you do now will most likely have massive repercussions for the internet at large, and I will back you up however I can. What the fuck are you talking about? And to clarify to anyone else, Fandom doesn't know about me, nor do they need to care. I don't even know them beyond what they post. I just have very good reasons to trust them and their evidence. That's all there is to say. Dude, who are these fucking people anymore? What the fuck? You are taking out a monument of hatred, Fandone. That's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome. Okay. Based. Is that Ian? Fuck only knows, man. I don't know. I'll click on their profile. I mean, it's from 2018. So it's a Brony profile. I don't know. What the fuck? No, they're just, I don't know. God only knows. Maybe one of Planet's top friend. I'm gonna have a cigarette. I'm gonna chat for a couple of minutes before I fuck off. This has been a really good stream. This has been a really good stream. Taking back to the bridge, Jesus. Dude, I've had so much fun this stream. Is anybody who I like live? Is anyone I like live? I guess Simpleton? What was that about? Okay. Right, hold on. Let me set this and then I'll chat to you guys, okay? Listen to the recording? What recording? Did you send me a recording? Okay, I've already closed things, unfortunately. You were too late. It's fun to wake up to. Yeah. Yeah, it's been awesome. I don't know what the fuck is going on with YouTube. YouTube is like crashing out on me and dying like constantly, but most of, I mean, fuck, actually, I've just looked at the views on the stream. It's not that, it's pretty good. I've been live for like 2.5 hours and it's like at nearly 2,000 views. Fucking hell, I thought it'd be way lower. It's been showing as like 130 all night, but I don't think that's accurate. I don't think my concurrent viewers are like accurate. I think it's like fucking with me. There's no way that I got like 2,000 views off the back of that with those kind of numbers. What the fuck? Bonk made a recording? Wait, what? Where? Hold on. Let me go and find it. Let me go and find what you sent me. Bonk made a recording. Where is this? Wait, what? How long is it? It starts at 37 minutes. I'm gonna have to download this. I'm gonna have to download this. What the fuck is this? I can't get it to play. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm not gonna be able to do this tonight. I can't get it to download. That's disappointing. Let me send this to somebody so they can download it for me. YouTube changed some stuff this weekend, so who knows? Yeah, it seems all over the fucking place. Seems all over the fucking place. Like, I can see my viewership numbers, like, spiking up and down. They're, like, different between my analytics and my stream setup. My viewer activity is, like, all fucked. I've got no idea, but apparently, like, this stream has done way fucking better than I thought it was doing. I thought this stream was going to be, like, under 1,000 views. So how's your day? My day's good. My day is really good. I'm very chilled. Are British people real? Sometimes. Depends if we're winning at football. Yeah, this has been great. I'm really, really, really grateful for Sean coming on. What an awesome piece of content. YouTube algorithm on my TV is fucked and I'm pissed. Yeah, mine's been really weird recently, actually. My algo's been really weird recently. Been getting all sorts of shit. Yeah. I've got a load of other shit on the docket. I want to do Star Giant later this week. Because I am back now. I need to start working on a video. I have like 3 that I could be doing, one of which is this jar video. Dude. Okay, chat, I'm gonna actually ask your opinion, because I've seen some really good arguments for not doing a jar video, and I am like leaning towards doing it. But somebody was like, dude, why are you doing a jar video? He just wants you to respond because Nick won't, and because like he's desperate for attention. Why would you give it to him? And I'm like, oh, that's a good rationale, but I do really want to make it. I do really want to make it, if for no other reason that I really want to, because I don't think most people are aware of his first Cinebear video and the fact that he read the documents ahead of time and still defended her. You need to ask, is this, what new info could you add and will it be worth it? I think new info, not, well, yeah, there is new info, I suppose, or at least info that's not like well catalogued. I know one guy is forever screaming about food shops, and I'm sitting next to him banging my Leadhead drum, and a jar video will always be Kino. Yeah, Leadhead is becoming increasingly likely as a video. Leadhead is becoming increasingly likely as a video. If it's not the next one, it will be the one after. I think. I'm really hopeful for a Leadhead video. Where did Sean go? Now I have to go back. Yeah, we just finished up. Thank you, by the way. I said thank you, Dave. I was like, yes, because that content is essentially brought to you by MLS, for being awesome. Thank you, buddy. I'm holding you to the crab man. Yeah. I really want to. I wanted to do the Leadhead video. I think part of the reason I slowed down videos as well is because of all the videos I've had sort of on the back burner, the Leadhead one's the one I wanted to make the most. What the fuck happened to my comment? I've got no idea, but I get what you mean. I think showing his comments about Stardust would be enough of an argument to say he treats women lesser. Yeah, probably. I did not put emojis in the middle of my comment. Yeah, I really want to make the Leadhead video. I think the Leadhead video will be a fucking banger. Actually, I think it'll be really good. I'm really excited to do that one. But I've had to wait, or unironically, because I need the person who's like at the center of it to be happy for it to be released and be made. To be honest, I think you should review the AI-generated VTuber tool that was made. It would be funny. What the fuck is that? But yeah, so that's on my docket. I want to do the Star Giant stuff. There's this EFAP lolcow, like A-logger as well, that I know Nick covered, and somebody very kindly sent me a huge info dump on them. So I've got a load of stuff to do there. So you'll probably see that in the next couple of days as well. Yeah, no, shit's been like fucking cracking. Been absolutely great. Is she like this because Leadhead isn't just a name, but she is suffering from lead poisoning? Oh my fucking god. I mean, that would explain a lot. That would explain a lot. Leadhead is, yeah. That needs fucking doing. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more Southpaws exposed. I mean, yeah, it sounds really interesting from what I've heard about it. It's all pretty limited what I've heard, but yeah, I'm down. I'm game. I might try and grab Rags for it. If he's an EFAP A-logger. I'll see if Rags is down. I'm about to dive back into the lolcow mines. What the fuck is happening in lolcow? What is Billy the Fridge back? Is like Tommy gone? What's going on? And it's like the only big EFAP A-logger. I mean, they're dropping like flies. I know EFAP did their what do you call it? Mixtape stream. Justice for Tommy. Are you okay? Sure. I don't know what the fuck's happening to Tommy though. I don't know why he needs justice. Like, no idea. Got no idea. So yeah, we will see. We will see. This has been fun. I am going to go to bed because I'm tired. Yeah. Yeah, not an overly complicated answer. This has been great. I hope you guys have a good rest of your Sunday and weekend. Duma changing his name and coming back as the same retard was amazing. I thought he disappeared. Is Duma actually back? Is Duma actually back? That was a few years. That was like years ago when he came back and then got chased off again. Anyway, yeah, this has been fun. You guys are awesome. I will catch you on the next one. Duma is morale. Yeah. No, okay, so Duma Media is not... Okay. Morale... Duma Media isn't morale. Morale is morale, but he, like, stole Duma Media's because Duma deactivated his Twitter. So morale stole it. Tommy was called a slur? I'll DM you and explain it. Thank you, Rocky. Right, yeah, no, awesome. Hey, K-Huck. Okay, I hope everyone has a good night. I'm sending you to Himpleton. Have a good night. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!